Welcome to Armchair Expert. I'm Dax Randall Shepard. I'm joined by Monica Lily Padman.
This is a three-namer.
It is a three-namer. You know, it's with great delight that I announce today we have Robert Downey Jr.
You've been wanting to have him on since day one.
Day one. I'm fascinated with Robert.
Yeah.
I love Robert.
Yeah.
And I hope you'll find amusing our past friendship. I find it to be one of the more amusing ones I've ever had.
It was a really fun, funny, a little manic in a great way.
Yes.
Chat.
It was so fun. I was in the best mood afterwards. And he was so lovely and engaging to you, which made me so happy.
He was.
Yes.
I really liked him a lot.
He's a sweet, sweet, sweet boy. He's also an award-winning actor and producer. The Iron Mans, The Avengers, The Sherlock Holmeses, Tropic Thunder, Chaplin, which a performance of a fucking century. Now he has a new show about ding, 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 cars, my favorite topic, called Downey's Dream Cars, where he takes some incredible old vintage cars and restores them and brings them up to a more eco-friendly world.
It's really cool.
Very cool show. Even Monica liked it. And
Yeah.
she's not long for car shows.
I'm not, but I loved it.
Also recommend that people check out Senior, the documentary that Robert made about his father on Netflix, which is very beautiful. And we talk about it at length. Most of all, we're just so happy he's here.
So happy.
Please enjoy RDJ Robert Downey Jr., a.k.a. Bob Downey. But before we go, we have our prompts for Armchair Anonymous for July.
For July.
Here are your prompts. Prank gone wrong. Prank gone wrong. Sometimes they're well-intentioned, but the execution is not great. Second prompt. Time you made the news.
Yeah,
A lot
I'm
of us have
excited for
made
this.
the news,
Yeah.
you know? What an exciting event it is to make the news.
It's huge.
It's huge. Third, craziest simulation moment. You've heard all of Monica's, you've heard a lot of mine, and now it's time for us to hear yours. So, to remind you, prank gone wrong, time you made the news, craziest simulation moments. Go, of course, to armchairexpertpod.com and submit your stories, and we will pick some among those and interview you. Cannot wait. Please enjoy RDJ.
He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert. He's an armchair expert.
Rob got you the most delicious thing on this side of town, if you're interested. What's it called? An oven top?
Cream top.
Cream top from Maru Coffee. It's the greatest thing in the world. What kind of milk?
It's just cream. It's like a
it's
whipped
fucking-
cream that they make on top. So it's dairy.
Also, we
You
have
don't have to
Keurig.
drink
You want a
But
nice...
it's espresso.
You got fucking big balls. I'll tell you that much.
There's
Presuming-
water too.
Do you want a Keurig fresh brew?
No.
What are you going to do? I'm worried about your caffeine.
Do you want a matcha?
We
It
can
has
have
oat
you
milk.
fucking
I'm not
nose
taking
diving.
your matcha.
We can split it.
Weird if I sit on Trevor.
Yeah,
Emotional
that's going to be
support
audio-wise.
producer.
It's going to be hard for us.
Not for me.
It would be
Keurig?
a first time. We like first timers.
Do I have to wear these fucking headphones?
No.
You don't have to do anything,
You don't.
Robert. But I'm not shocked you're already fucking bucking the system. There's been 600 motherfuckers came in here before you that had no problem with the headphones. Prince Harry among them. And you got to come in here with all this tude. I don't wear headphones. I don't drink fucking milk. What else don't you do before we proceed?
Recording.
Oh,
He
we
is.
are. We're ABR.
Always be recording.
Except after your pee. After
But you
your
don't
pee.
notify the guest that you're already recording?
course
That seems
not.
Sinister. How often are these changed out?
Every couple of years.
Nobody has asked
I know.
that.
This is an
and that's a
embarrassment.
great question.
Those have been changed out recently.
You're a
Nuh-uh.
goddamn
Rob's
liar.
a rascal and a
we-
liar. You
'cause
shouldn't
You
believe.
guys took them for F1.
That's right. And I broke a
So
pair,
then
and then I had to
it's-
bust out a
Yeah,
pair from
that's
the
okay.
box under my truck I found.
I have more if you want a different pair too.
I do want a different pair.
Oh, this is very exciting.
Oh my
Sight
God.
unseen, I want a different pair.
I've known you for, I want to say 17, 18 years now, which might shock you because I've done math. I didn't know this
I don't like those
side of
either.
you. I didn't know
I
this.
haven't even seen them and I don't like them. They're the exact same as these.
What's your problem with those?
Oh,
I need two pairs.
Okay, great.
I thought you were worried about germs, but you're worried about size.
No.
What is he worried
What are
about?
you
It's really
worried
hard to
about?
figure out what he's worried about.
Are there covers over these?
Oh, my
Or is
God.
this just a felt
Would you be
pad?
more comfortable if we put masks on for COVID? I have masks in the house. Should we get those?
If I was worried about that, I'd have brought masks for everybody in case your masks were bullshit masks.
No, these are KN96s. Most people have KN95s. We have KN96s.
Monica, I'm so pleased to be meeting you.
That is so kind.
And I've been studying you.
Oh my
Oh, wow.
God. What have you learned?
Yeah, what if you...
Well, I'm in your closet. I'm following you around. I'm listening to your dulcet tones.
You're in my closet. That means you found me on Instagram?
Yeah. Which, by the way, how I
That's
got
a
to
deep
Instagram, I'm not sure. I tried to get on Instagram to watch Richard Lewis. A long story. So which one of
Trevor.
these is fucking on?
I would recommend
Now
the ones that
which
are
one
plugged
is it?
in. Oh, my God.
I'm going to try these for a second, but they just...
Give 'em a whirl.
They smell like
think
your
he's-
fucking dog.
You're
Well-
dusting off your Chaplin character for this. You've got it all. You got a big nest of chords over there now.
Why
it-
is this an improvement?
Well,
Don't
do
you
want,
like the way it sounds?
Do you want a sincere answer?
My head hurts.
Okay.
It's like wearing a
Would
headband.
you like an aspirin?
Tell me
Should we
some-
call it? Let's just call it
This has already been great. We got enough.
Rob's got big balls.
the biggest.
Brings me, what is this?
Cream
A
top.
Yak milk cream top. Like, that was so
Yeah.
beyond random. It's like, this is what you would drink.
Well, no, it's with Dax drinks, so I got an extra for you.
And we're kind of similar. I hate to break this to you.
Last question.
Yeah, okay, we're there. We're at the last question. So the show comes out June 22nd. Thanks, guys.
How do you kick this thing off usually? Because so far you have nothing. And I think Rob would agree with me.
No,
No,
you're
this is
completely wrong. You don't know
perfect.
shit about shit. Now, you're a genius in a lot of spaces, but you're out of your depth right now. We know how to make a fucking hot, steamy podcast.
I want to try on some of your clothes.
Anytime.
Are they here?
No, you'd have to come to my apartment.
All right, but the weird thing is, usually if I think about something or say it, it's there.
I know. I know.
So this is already.
But I'm a tough cookie, and I don't just bend to the whims of rich, powerful men.
White men, let's
Is
say.
that- how
Especially
you
the
see
white
me?
ones. That's right.
Kind of flattering. It's a nice, it's a
Well,
mix.
thanks.
It's a mixed bag, right?
Exactly. I feel like you should take it as a compliment. You've done a lot.
So when does Ola Music need their stand back?
That's too deep of a reference.
Yeah.
What's Ola music?
I don't know. All right.
You ready?
No, I'll tell you guys when this starts and what part of it you
Great.
can use to start it.
Just cue me when it's my turn to enter.
But
Okay?
I do have a real
Just
sincere
cute.
question. What would you have ordered at the coffee shop?
Nothing.
Oh, you don't like coffee.
No, I love coffee. I just wouldn't order something at a coffee shop.
Too pedestrian? Too unpredictable? You think people are trying to poison you?
Well, first of all, this woke muffin top fucking splatte or whatever it is, that just tells me who you are.
Okay.
Who Rob
And
is.
who are we?
You're my friend.
My God. I'm like I'm
Curvy and
like
swervy, and I
I'm
love
bracing
it.
for impact, yet it seems like they're compliments, yet more impact. And now we're gonna drink it.
What is
After
this?
all that fucking pageantry, of course we're gonna drink it because we're a fucking addict, and there's not gonna be anything that's not sampled once. Let's get that second set of headphones on.
Speaking
Any
of-
better?
Is there beer in there?
I still
Did you
can't
have
get
it
the
ready?
fucking. It was supposed to be ready in time for you, but the CO2 barrel isn't in there. I was hoping you and I could drink pints of NA while we were doing this interview.
What's NA?
Non-alcoholic beer.
I don't.
You don't fuck with an NA?
No.
Have you ever? You never have.
I have.
And you don't like
I
it?
have a huge moral judgment on it.
Oh, you do? Tell me. Tell me.
No, I don't.
Oh, because someone did give that to me. I ran into a dude from the program at a restaurant or something. I was drinking an O'Doul's. And he said to me, you know what they say about near beer? When you're drinking near beer, you're near beer. I was like, oh my goodness. I said, you know how I know this isn't beer? Because I don't start looking for cocaine after 3. That's how we know for sure, definitively, this is not beer.
Hold on. I'm ready whenever you are.
Oh gosh, No, Rob, this is too much. We can't even get him
right
settled.
now.
It's too early for this.
No,
He's
no,
not even
fuck
settled.
that. You take a picture of me right now. And it's gonna be, look, are you ready?
And then over here, let's grab one over here.
Oh, wow. You don't have to take any of me, Rob. I'm easy.
Part of me,
Yeah.
I just don't want it to start because then at some point it's going to end.
Oh, that's beautiful. But do you know what? It doesn't ever have to end.
It's a holiday weekend.
These are going to be the best photos ever
I
taken.
They are.
Who was that last character we just saw?
I'm not sure. Maybe Elsie Downey?
Oh
Oh,
is
your
that
mom.
Yeah, mom might have been a little mom in there.
I'm going to now insist we hit play, okay?
Wait, can we just listen back to what we've done so far?
Absolutely. Go to Video Village and watch playback. Okay. I think it's relevant. People can already hear the playful banter between you and I. They know there's an established relationship. So where does it come from? What's the genesis? I'd love to tell that story if we could.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to be sincere right now. We've known each other for, I think, 18 years now. 17, something
Take
like
care
that.
of that before you say your sincere thing.
What's that? My tobacco?
Yeah.
On my full white outfit I wore literally for you because you dress so funky. I'm like, I'm going to go all white. And then you clearly dress like I dressed today. It's like a body switching comedy. You're
I'm
in like
not
a fucking...
saying another word
Oh, no.
ever.
Listen. You know what's going to fucking happen? I'm going to predict it right now. I'm about to tell a story about us wrestling, but we're just going to start wrestling in this interview. There's no way we make it through this whole interview with you and I not getting
I
on the
thought
ground.
you were going to said that you might cry.
I predicted that
Weren't
as
we there
well.
too?
Yes, I really thought that's what you were going to say.
Okay, I've not told you this ever intentionally because I think it would weird you out enormously. But I need to tell it because it's one of my favorite stories, okay? This is not a bit. We get Bree on the phone for this. I have been having reoccurring dreams about you since I was 14 years old. Once a month, in through my 20s, I would wake up, I'd tell Bree, like, yeah, I had one of these fucking Robert Downey dreams again. Mind you, you weren't on all the marquees at this point. This is pre-Iron Man.
Oh, puffy, but fuckable.
Yeah, well, totally. I mean, I would have these dreams. And Robert, they were the same every single time. I bump into you out of nowhere. We start chatting, and it's immediate. Oh, wow, we're soulmates. We're connected, okay? This is 20 years of this. This is not an exaggeration. So one day, we get invited over to Jon Favreau's house, as I have just done a movie with him, and you're about to start a movie with him.
A little movie.
Oh, yeah, a little tiny upstart. So we go over there. We spend the evening together. We have no connection.
I thought we did.
Wait. I know I remember it better than you do because obviously there's a status imbalance. So naturally, I remember every moment of this and you don't.
We are soulmates, by the way, but continue.
Okay. On the ride home from the Favreaus, I'm observably kind of sad. And Bree says to me, oh, honey, I'm sorry that didn't go as your dreams always did. And I go, yeah, kind of interesting. I don't think he gave a fuck that I was there, blah, 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 right? Bear with me. 2 months later, I go to visit John on set of Iron Man. You guys are in that enormous Marina Del Rey soundstage. It was
Yes,
like an
where
airplane.
they built the Spruce Goose.
Exactly. You and I are walking. You're leaving set. I'm walking towards set. We cross each other. And I'm so certain that I made no impact that it occurs to me, I'm going to have to remind him that we met. So as I'm crossing you, I say to you, hey, I'm Dax. We met at John's the other night. And you said, and I'll never forget, oh, I remember. You were the guy getting all the attention I'm used to getting.
Oh, fuck. Wow.
And my soul took flight. Wings came out of my back. And I was like, there it is. And from that moment on, in my version of events, then we became friends.
If you call us friends and not soulmates one more time in this interview, isn't it wild, dude? Why wouldn't we tell each other? It's those things, because everything is known. So I've known unconsciously that you've been dreaming about me since you were 14.
Mm-hmm.
And then I probably thought, well, this is probably what made him so numinous and all this stuff.
That's right. Your influence on him.
You know, I came in so smart-assy and manic, and now I'm in my body
Oh, wonderful.
and listening
wonderful.
and connected. I'm even going to try this horse shit coffee.
It's horse milk.
But here's the problem nowadays. I can't even tell where the drink hole is on this. Oh, here.
There's so much cream.
There is.
And
It
froth.
takes a bit to get to the actual coffee.
Fuck, that's good.
Yeah, I know.
And now with your permission, Robert, I'd like to go through a couple highlights after that moment.
Hold on one second
Yeah.
first. How do you feel the subliminal dialogue is going on with us being reintroduced with him in the high status position,
Sure, I'll switch it around.
with you there backing his play?
Mhm.
I'm going to try to focus most of my energy on you, but I'm going to need a little feedback.
So far, we're at 100%.
Wow,
I
thank
think
you,
we're
Monica.
doing really good.
Uh-huh.
Notes?
No notes yet.
Notes.
No notes yet. I've done a couple edits already in my head.
Of
Just
course.
like 3,
Monica
though.
edits the show, by the way.
Oh, I know.
Okay, great. Yeah, so I will sometimes look at her, and she has a look on her face that I know the scissors are out, And I should wrap it up because it's not going to see the light of day anyways.
Either I'm checked out or I'm staring daggers into his eyes. Like, why are you still talking?
Yes, that's happened several times.
All right, in case you're wondering where we're at in the edit, you're on highlight reel.
Do you have any memories of those two things?
Of course.
Okay. Then we chat a lot on set that day. And then you invite Bree and I really quickly thereafter to your birthday party. And I am like, I cannot believe I've been invited to your birthday party. We go to, this is why I can't tell you any of this stuff. I think I've played it really cool. Would you agree?
Literally would have had no idea.
In the line of what you're saying, from day one, we had like 5 people that were dream guests, and you were on the list. And I was like, well, can you just ask him? I know you know him. You could just ask. And he refused to just ask you.
Do you need to take that?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
It's
She has another,
the vice president.
she's on another show right now as well. She does have other shows.
Well, they're all under our umbrella.
Yeah, but they're your shows.
Well,
And I thank
they're
you for
our
them.
shows. They're
Because I
our
do take a
shows.
little piece of her shows, so it all works out.
They're our shows.
Our shows.
This is what it is like on set with us too, without a very strong director presence, is we're just kind of two loose balloons that we know that the helium impact is going to ignite the atmosphere. So we're just kind of dancing until the moment that the strings get cut. We hit the ceiling and light up the ionosphere.
Oh,
So-
and burn out quick.
Super quick.
Also,
And our voices get all high. So you were going to do a fucking highlight. So, God, Jesus, where are we?
Okay, so
It's not linear.
I think I need to fast forward now. So initially, we get to meet each other through Favreau, and then we stay in touch a little bit. Because I guess if I was on the outside and I learned we were friends, I would assume it was from sobriety, but that weirdly was not it.
I can neither confirm nor deny my participation in 12-step program.
Okay, let me handle that for both of us. Let me bust the fuck out of your anonymity. Okay. What's really important now is that then we have a second mutual friend, and this friend is everything.
He's the most important human being on planet Earth.
The male that we're probably both modeling ourselves
3,
after.
2, 1.
Tom Hansen.
Oh.
Esquire.
You know, I talk about him so often on here. I mean,
Yeah,
I can't
I know.
stop. So tell us for how long you've known Tom.
I've known Tom for the entirety of my career. He is an entertainment lawyer. I'm sure as you've described him, he is a gorgeous, one-time ne'er-do-well. He's the only person in our industry who has no known enemies. He's brilliant. He's great.
The thickness of his hair.
I know.
It's insane.
But it's everything. I've always said that he is the most successful person I know, personally, professionally.
As a dad, too. His
And his
daughters.
moral psychology is really the thing.
Yeah, I know. I love him so much.
So then,
So how do we show our respect for him? Maybe let's fast forward how we honor him. We are both lucky enough to get invited to his, was it a 4th of July? Was it New Year's Eve?
yeah.
I think it was 4th of July-ish.
Sounds
It was
like
a
4th of
holiday in Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Yeah.
I was staying there. You were at a hotel with Susan, but you came over for dinner and they sent us to get something out of the kitchen, you and I. And while we were there, we got to talking about martial arts,
Oh,
as you
no.
do. And
No.
at any point, take over from your perspective. Because I'm not sure how it goes from us chatting about it to us full grappling, knocking shit over in this kitchen. I think it just exploded, yeah?
It's what soulmates do.
There's no explanation. They just are following the fucking blueprint of some celestial plan they're not even aware of.
It was one of those testosterosa moments where people just gather around to see, is this where they've had to get in their fast friendship?
I think it's like, well, we know we can't fuck each other, so what else is left?
Yeah, speak for yourself. You may be tall, but you're worth the climb.
Well, we should add we're there with our wives.
Look, here's all I remember. It happened. You're a game person. I don't know if people know this enough about you, but you are someone that should not be taken lightly. You're also tall and strong. You're also a tiny bit controlled crazy.
Hillbilly Gene.
Okay, this is a terrible combination for someone who would think you were something else. And I know a lot of folks like that are from Michigan or Tennessee or whatever. They just have this thing that urban people don't have in a way, because the urban thing is everyone's bouncing up against it. It's really hard to discern. That is a terrible blanket statement. Here's what I'm saying is you are formidable. You are somewhat unpredictable, but I knew I was safe with you because unconsciously, as soulmates, I knew that you've been dreaming about me since you were 14.
Absolutely. And I have thought about this.
Who got the better of the exchange? I want you to say it.
I can only tell you like the proudest moment of it for me personally.
Please.
I was on top of you in the kitchen and you said, "Oh, you're so fucking strong." And I could have like evaporated into pixie dust at
What
that
I
point.
do remember is my arms had gassed out from the seemingly never-ending strong headlock I'd had you in. Pretty much from the beginning of the interaction until you fully mounted me.
And were they real moves?
We were going for it.
It went to the floor immediately and stayed there until the end.
Okay.
But I need to add, for anyone that might think this was like a 20-second thing, a 30-second thing, people...
6 minutes?
At least. And you can, shit is getting knocked over. We're not in our house. We're in Tom and Judy's beautiful home. And stuff's falling off of counters. We have not brought the food back that we're supposed to bring back. And now I start hearing, I think, Kristen, "You almost done in there?" Like we're getting the signal that we're ruining the party, basically. But I've thought about it since. It's how misguided I am so often. Like, I just want to be your best friend. And in my mind at that moment, I'm like, he will want to be my best friend if I'm stronger than him, which is the most antithetical approach, but do you do those stupid things?
We are very similar. And I also feel that there's very much a 6 degrees thing with us in that I can easily imagine a brilliant future for me that wasn't realized where I would be sitting in that chair and you would be sitting in this chair. And I think there's an understanding. We both share the same brain disease. We both have the same kind of semi-tamed, wild, manic energy. I'm always happy to see you because then I realize I'm not the only one who looks bugged out half the time.
Yeah.
And I think there's just a lot of similarities. But I think more than anything is this power of partnerships. Your whole life is built around these very central, deeply significant partnerships you have.
Mm-hmm. Powerful.
And they tend to come from things that happened organically and morphed into something else and morphed into something else. And then it's this realization of all I fucking need is us.
Do you think there's something, for me there is, I can bond and share with Kristen, or in this space with Monica. I have maybe a harder time doing that with men. Like there's probably been a lot of men that have come through my life that could probably have helped me in many ways that I couldn't either avail myself to, or it would look like cowardice or weakness, whatever it is. I've been able to accept women's power and allow that to help me in a way I can't with men.
Yeah, I was in a couples therapy session with Susan night before last, and maybe for the first time ever, I realized about 40 minutes in, I hadn't really said much, and it was going great. And they were kind of figuring me out, and he was going, I never really put it together. With Robert, he doesn't really that. And I was kind of like, this is great. I'm not starting a fight to show that something needs to come up and be addressed so we can find some homeostasis. I'm not trying to state my opinion with righteous indignation. And basically the good doctor, who's, I think in senior, he's just that blurry voice.
Yeah.
Oh, I was curious if that was you on a Zoom with your therapist.
Yeah, because he respects himself. He's not trying to.
I wondered if it was your therapist.
Me too. Because it
It's like,
mirrored
is
my
that
sessions
Mark?
pretty well.
Anyway, Kenyon said, from the outside, it looks like you had this series of missteps, and then you were in jails and institutions, and then you did a superhero movie and your life turned around. He goes, I track that as just a byproduct of you finally got into a relationship with somebody who understood how to meet your needs without coddling you, and how to have separateness within your unity, and how to have definitive black and white boundaries with you.
I've observed this, spending time with you and Susan. When I'm around the two of you, I go, these two were really made for each other. Certainly, Robert needs
She
her.
was made for each other.
How does she implement boundaries? Can you give an example?
Here's my favorite one. I'll say this. When I'm in one of my moods, she will not engage. She will not follow me down a rabbit hole.
Oh, wow.
and it comes off to me as neglect.
Uh-huh.
This was one of the big kind of breakthroughs. I mean, you'd think we'd have gotten to this before, but like you hear it and you say it and you feel it and you agree to it and you sign off and you check all the boxes, but you still haven't processed it and integrated it. She is just naturally not prone to enmeshment and dysfunction. And it is stunning.
It's like she's staring at the teacups at Disneyland. She's like, yeah, I'm not getting on that ride. I'll get nauseous. Why the fuck would I get on that ride with him?
Not to assign roles. And again, I just think relationships are everything, particularly if the relationships are based on a deep trust in how consistent we will be with each other. Doesn't mean that we can't fall way afield and be admitted back, but we're not admitted back with the same rules as before. We're constantly updating and integrating this thing because we're hell-bent on improving ourselves via each other. So when you find someone that really can do that. So we also try not to assign roles that she's the sequential thinker and I'm the associative one, because we're always combinations of those.
Yeah.
But generally there are lanes. So it's not uptight. It's just super consistent. Have we started yet?
We're about
No.
to. I only have 3 more.
No, I have a little.
I only have 3 more questions and then we'll start.
Okay, good.
I guess I just want to take us next after the wrestling match.
Now I'm scared it's going to end.
Thank you.
It's never going to end, guys.
Okay, we
It certainly
can
isn't gonna,
relax.
it certainly isn't going to end with him on top, because while he has improved his martial arts skills 0% since
Yeah.
then,
But I'm
Been
twice as
working.
strong as
I
I
have
was
been
then.
on. That has nothing to do with anything.
Oh, we'll find out,
I have
won't
been
we?
on a trajectory of mastery.
right.
Will you tell people what was your martial arts?
No, I will not.
Oh, that's even deeper than the Alcoholics Anonymous?
It felt like a gratuitous ask. I'm passing on that question.
You know what? I'm glad you're passing, because then we would just probably end up debating different martial arts, and who the fuck wants to
And
listen
you
to
would
that?
be incorrect about all of it. So it would be
I
a
concede.
pointless.
I concede.
Yes.
I idolize you. I concede. I won't try to dominate you to get you to like me. Next, what happens in our story, which is really, really important to me, is I get to be in one of your movies. And you're a big part of why I got to be in that movie, The Judge. That was 10 years ago. Do you realize that? Like right now, that was 10 years ago. Because Lincoln was 3 months old or something when she came
Yeah.
to set. I just figured that out this morning. Then I had a panic attack. Then I drank more coffee, and now I'm back.
You are as well-rounded and capable an actor as I have or will ever work with.
Oh, come on.
And
No.
I think you wouldn't hear it from me because you already knew that I loved you. But I think by the time you could tell that Duvall was acknowledging you. Now, part of it was that you were at close proximity to him.
And his lawyer in the scene.
But even better was when I could tell he would start talking shit about me and you would go along with it, which is when I actually finally felt perfect.
Your job was done.
Yeah.
Probably the highlight of that whole experience was Billy Bob Thornton saying the internal dialogue of Duvall while he was sitting there in the courtroom. And it went something like this. I don't know how that horse bucked Rex. He's a hell of a cowboy. I got to try that sushi place that Downey's talking about. Says it's #1 in the country, but I didn't like it the first time. I got to try that again. To watch Billy Bob just narrate what he was thinking, I don't think I've ever seen anything better.
And that's the other thing, too. I love this idea of, I'm #1 on the call sheet. It's called The Judge. It's about Duvall, but it's my fucking movie. Now, Duvall is the legendary artist in this movie. You come in, you start kind of like getting in Duvall's good graces, which is damn near impossible. And I'm like, this is good because you're really fucking good. And then there's Billy Bob. That is so in his own category as a person, a human, and an actor that you go like, no matter how good any of us think we are, we always want to just be who we are and where we are. There's always this tertiary element, which is if you seek the opportunity to just appreciate
Yeah.
someone like Billy Bob.
Who's floating in on a magic carpet.
Yeah, but also by his own admission, the most neurotic person
Yes.
you will ever meet. So in a way, it also shows our neuroses informs our ability to do certain things well, maybe even not at the bleeding edge of the cultural expectation. But there's always a cost, and managing that cost is what makes you cool. That's what's actually great about Billy Bob is he is as comfortable in his own skin as you could ever be while being very forthright about all of his phobias, fears.
I can give you one example, and I think he would not mind this. Here's prime example is he'll go like, you ought to move out of that hotel room. There's too much fabric in there. I was thinking all the diseases and everything. That's
Fabric.
so much fabric, with all those pathogens and airborne pollens. So that's what he was wrestling with.
If you're lucky in life, in the middle of any moment where you're being spotlighted, you can imagine how much cooler it would be if the person you're talking about just showed up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is a guy who it's impossible that he wouldn't be one of your best interviews ever.
Billy Bob.
Just giving you an idea.
I know. Maybe you could.
We were
help
going to
us
go
with
to his
this,
house
I can help.
out in the west side at
We-
one
oh, a
point.
long time
Yeah.
ago.
By the way, Jane Fonda, great. The guy that you were all just talking to about the Supreme Court.
Yes, Michael Waldman.
That guy's incredible, no?
I have to tell you, there's a lot of different podcasts out there, and I love making sport a podcast. I need to, whatever it is that I'm doing, I need to act like
Elevate it.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, like on Sam Jones, you said you hate impressionists solely because you can't do any impressions.
Yes. But that to me was so definitive because you are bringing something where you are so prepared. When you say we're not experts, truth be told is everybody loves an expert, but to be a generalist where you can actually hold these kind of conversations for the layman, I'll call myself just for 5 seconds, the layman who's in his dry sauna
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
for 40 minutes just going, wow, I didn't really know any of this. And this is so important.
Agreed.
Was that the most challenging role of your career, playing the layman for 30 seconds?
Challenging. By the way, you are going to be my vocal coach for this next job I do. I'll tell you why offline. All I have to do is listen to you do this endless advertisement copy. I could just use it, but I would rather give you the honor of actually, you might be my acting coach too.
Oh my God.
But-
I have so many hats on this next
Yeah.
project.
Well, the acting part,
Is
I
this for
think,
Vertigo? Am I going to be somehow involved in Hitchcock now? You dragging me to all the greatest
I
parties.
just need you to go to the top of really tall buildings and tell me what it's like.
Aren't you
Well,
honored?
I'm incredibly honored. What I'd like to do is, what if you could give me the medical condition of vertigo and make me do all your blocking? Like send Shepard up. He's got really bad vertigo. Put him on that ladder. Let's see what would really happen.
First of all, that is literally beneath you.
No.
I would want,
No.
by the way, and I would take this seriously too.
Wait, really quick. Trevor, your friend, is here and
Yes.
a producer on
He produced
Downey's
Downey's Dream Cars. He's been with us forever. The great thing about Trevor was he cold called Team Downey.
Fuck yes.
Oh, I love that.
I've been waiting for someone like you to enter my world
Excuse
like that.
me, that was me.
I know, but you're too rich now. You don't do a fucking thing. She's got the house across the street.
Fighting word.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
I did buy the house, so I am done. I am
Yeah,
retired.
she's done.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, she's building a house
Spent
across the
all my
street.
time doing that.
Robert.
This is the American dream.
Oh,
It really is.
yes.
It really is.
And I think you and I, because this is one of the topics I want to talk about. Did we wrap everything up? Time to switch gears?
I'm sorry, am I running the show now?
Ernie, yeah.
Vertigo's done.
Vertigo done. Okay.
It's not Vertigo. I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
But he is someone from Indiana, Michigan area, and he is a retired detective.
Ooh.
And I want to talk a lot of shit. I need to be able to improvise, and you are going to be, I don't want to say dialect coach, that's beneath you. You're going to be my acting coach for it.
Oh my God.
Hi.
And
Can I be on a microphone somewhere in these scenes?
yeah,
Okay.
Can I be your stylist?
Oh.
absolutely.
Okay.
And will I only wear your
Yes.
small
Clothes.
petite frame clothes?
Correct.
See, that's a new twist on this guy. You don't have a lot of retired detectives who cross-dress in micro
Mixed
clothing.
messages.
So many things, yeah. It's not just that you dress like a gal, it's that you dress as a very small gal that doesn't fit you.
I have
It's
body
just-
dysmorphia.
Yes, it's a lot of different
Wait,
things.
Trevor, that's where we were, and we cut.
Trevor, yes.
Yes.
So Trevor cold called Team Downey, which is incredible.
Yep. And lo, these many years later,
How many?
11.
You were there
11
during
men.
the judge?
Technically, yeah.
Technically,
They didn't let me on
yes.
set, though.
Yeah, you weren't ready. Well, truly, you weren't ready. None
by
of
the
us were
way,
ready.
I'll tell you, by accident, Trevor wound up being the only assistant that has ever been on a Chris Nolan set.
Wow! Congratulations. That's
And-
huge.
And even for Chris, it was such an anomaly that when he saw him, wondering why I didn't just disappear. It was almost like that Chaplin thing. And Trevor told me what the moment was like because he had a reason to be there. It was an important day and I had cleared it. But I think Trevor wanted to like just put a lampshade on his head and pretend he wasn't there.
Yeah.
But at that point, hair director knew who Trevor was. And he's not really that uptight. It's just you make a rule because it's all about discipline. Anyway, congratulations.
Yeah,
you were in
that's-
Chris Nolan's eye line and you did not have to evaporate.
You're strong.
We're going to have you in separately to spill
talk about that.
spill the tea or
Maybe on
whatever
the
they
fact
say.
check, you could come on.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
What's that fucking crazy dog of yours name that we met?
Frank.
Frank.
Yeah.
Are we going to have any cutaways to Frank here at any point?
Always. We've got like a treasure
Cutaways?
trove of cutaways. Yeah. If you don't mind that we recycle a few of them.
Okay.
Wait, we're really going to do that. We're going to have to add that in.
I would appreciate it.
So all I wanted to do, I wanted to thank you publicly because you were really instrumental in me getting to be in that movie. I became best buddies with D'Onofrio. I fucking love him so much. I know you do too.
That's another. You could just go down the D'Onofrio rabbit hole. And by the way, no one is going to be more pissed off that you're my acting coach for my next job than Vince D'Onofrio.
Well, no, Jeremy
Because
Strong's going to be a little bummed too.
Jeremy's too busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeremy's too big
All
for
right.
us now.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah. Maybe you'll
By the
be
way,
his acting coach.
can I say something to you? I do need to do a little sidebar. Day one of shooting, almost, there's a funeral. Jeremy's there. He's not even working that day, and he's taking pictures, and he's in character. And from jump, everyone would be like, oh, God, look at him. He's so into it, and blah, blah, blah. And look where he is now.
Oh, yeah.
So I always want to say for anyone who wants to cast aspersions or have opinions about what someone's process is, just does that process work or not?
Yeah.
Totally. That's one of my favorite things. You would have no idea because you just started listening to the show in anticipation of coming here, which I do appreciate. That's more work than most people do. But had you been listening to all 600 episodes, you would know that I regularly use you as an example, which is you had the confidence to go like, look, I've tried every version. I was Charlie Chaplin. Add some God knows what to the mix. Charlie plus cocaine plus whatever. But you did that. You did method. You lived Charlie Chaplin. And then you've had total chaos. I've heard people say that the earpiece is a cheat. And I've watched you with an earpiece. And I'm like, I don't know how this guy's doing it. He's improvising with us. He's also got all these insane speeches that are coming out perfectly. You're fucking emotional. I'm like, I've stood on the business end of it and it's insanely moving. So yeah, whatever process gets the results.
There's part of what we're doing that's really important and needs to be revered. And then there's part of what we're doing where we're essentially game show hosts. And I think that sweet spot between how serious is this really? But strangely enough, going back to Nolan, the Nolan thing was like being off book for a 3-act play.
Oh, my God.
And that's only because I was wondering, am I one of those people who has lost the ability to function because I've become so lazy and have so many crutches? And the answer was a definitive no. I am intact.
You're fully functional and firing on all 6 cylinders.
I mean, we knew that within the first 5 seconds of you coming in here.
I want to apologize for coming in a little scattershot. And Rob, this coffee is making me ill. But I'm going to finish it because I also know when I saw you in the driveway, you've probably been dreaming about me since you were 14.
12.
Oh, wow. You
Oh, wow. So
Sooner
right
than-
in the puberty transition.
Yeah, that's those dreams are
Okay.
Confusing
different.
time.
Do you want to
Different
do a 3-way leg lock with me and Dax later?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Listen, when this concludes,
Yeah.
9 or 10 p.m. tonight, we will be going out into the grass back there, and I'm going to get out of these white slacks, and it's going to be a battle royale. We're going to see.
The idea that you think it's going to make it to the ground this time is what I find enticing.
I love it. Okay. You didn't let me finish publicly thanking you. You're going to think this is hyperbolic, that I'm trying to just flatter you. This is not. This is truly my story. If I ever wrote an autobiography, this would be part of it. You fought for me to be in that movie. I got to be in it. It was an incredible experience. Top few of my professional life being in that movie and getting to talk with Duvall and meet these people was incredible. The studio really liked me, as it turned out. They wanted to see what I wanted to do. I got to direct Chips literally because of that movie. And what a fucking gift. I mean, if that little piece doesn't come first, I don't get to do that. And it was the most incredible thing ever. And you gave that to me, and I thank you for it. sincerely.
We help each other consciously or not, right? Which I guess means we also hurt each other consciously or not. That's the thing to keep an eye on.
Yeah, I guess it goes both ways.
God, this tastes like Frank's asshole.
As you chug it.
Okay.
If you look at that fucking $50,000 watch one more time, I'm leaving.
This is the first time I looked at it. And it's because I'm trying to be
Yeah, that's why I'm saying
conscientious
twice
of your...
would be too many.
This is a $1,000 fake gold watch.
Okay, are you giving me that one?
And it's yours. I want you to have it.
I'd like you to have this alligator
Thank you,
clip.
gift.
You know, because I have some questions for you motherfuckers, too.
Oh my God, good. You brought a binder.
I have a crotch full of Nicorette wrappers.
Yeah, boy. Get the two of us together and just someone's got to be walking around with a 50-gallon trash can with all the fucking
Are you a
nicotine.
constant?
No, you are.
Hundreds of pieces a day.
No.
Did he just take the watch off and then put it back
I was going
on?
to throw it to you and I realized you were out.
Hold on. Don't think about this answer. Who's
Okay.
more neurotic, him or me?
I know him better than you, so I should
There's
say
no-
you because he'll be mad at me.
I won't be mad, but I think you're more neurotic than me. I say this also about you behind your back. I don't know how we would evaluate it, but let's say that there's a spectrum, 0 to 10 for addiction. And I got it pretty bad. I think I'm probably an 8. But I'll give you this credit. I think you're a 10. I think you're the most addict-y motherfucker I've ever met in my life. He'll get going on these gums, Monica. You've never seen anything like it. He's just endlessly pulling them out and putting them in his mouth and putting more in. You can get wild.
That's funny that you say that because when I watched the movie Senior, I thought, oh, his addiction is more based in his life or like his youth as opposed to his chemicals. I thought the opposite.
Oh, you thought like genetically, but just think his dad, we learned in
Yes.
Senior, an addict.
First of all, she's right.
Oh, okay, great.
So let's
Thank
just go
you.
on that basis.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
There we go.
Then I have no follow-up.
Is that going to be okay for you?
Absolutely. Her win is my win. We're a team.
But you're the same. You're the same with the gum. You guys are probably on the same level. You
That's what I'm saying
always
is if
have
you
that
put us in his trailer with an espresso machine and unlimited nicotine, I'm just saying lock the door
yeah.
because it's going to all get
You
consumed
guys
in the
are
next
the
hour
same
and a half.
person.
The great thing about us is from the time we've met, we have been on the same trajectory of there has never been a night where you and I were going to go into the fuzzy deeps of shadow play. We have been basically sound of mind, best as we could be,
Yeah, it's
since we met, and we've been on that path. There are just two worlds. There's the shadow world and there's this.
yeah.
That's it.
yeah. And I'm trying to have I still need something. Like I need to be wrestling my caffeine consumption or my nicotine. I got to be busy with that.
Yeah. Well, what I also like, look around at the people that are charged with till death do us part with you, you know, wife, kids, closest associates. If they are at peace with how we're clucking along, no matter how much coal we're shoving into our weirdo little engine, it's like you go, okay. I always look for when are the people closest to me seeming out of balance because of my lack of integrity. That's when I know, all right, I got to shift something here. We're all just weird animals. It's fun.
Yeah. Okay. That actually brings me to Senior. I texted you today telling you I watched it while I was working out and was totally crying while lifting. I recommend. I was deadlifting quite a bit of weight with tears streaming down my face as I watched you and your father in the bed. I had the same thing. You know, like my dad got diagnosed with cancer in August. I was with him nonstop in Michigan. He died December 31st. So it was like 3 months
What
of
year was it?
2012.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep. So much of it reminded me of that experience. And it's such a multifaceted experience for me. And I'm going to guess for you, which is first and foremost, the amount of gratitude I have that I was there is maybe the apex of gratitude. I can't believe I was there and I did it right. I have done so many things wrong, and there's so many moments in my life I couldn't have been there. But just to get to do that is an enormous gift. Would you agree?
100%. And again, speaking of partnerships, I initially started thinking of conceiving letting Senior happen kind of as a defense mechanism and an avoidance technique, I realize now. And then at a certain point between Chris Smith and Kevin Ford. And then really Susan had this moment where she goes, you can't make a senior documentary like a senior movie, like The Last Hour for us. This very disjointed, nonlinear kind of fest.
Yeah.
She goes, you have to think of this in a 3-act structure, and you have to start thinking about your closure with your dad, whether it's monitored or not, because otherwise, forget that it won't make sense to anyone who ever watches it. It won't make sense to you. And so that last trip to New York and the fact that Exton, our son, wanted to go, it was almost like I got to do it with a generation of Downeys that are untouched by the ugliness of addiction.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like I needed to be filmed, monitored, and graded doing it
Yes.
in order to do it.
And by the way, so did your dad.
Yeah.
Which is even deeper. It's wild to see how much movies is your dad's life. He couldn't frame anything outside of that.
Well, that's what we realized too, was he was only going to talk to us through the language of what film he was doing at that point in his life.
Yes.
And because at the end, the film he was doing was the film about his life, he needed to do something else because it made no sense. It wasn't a film he was doing.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it was very Pirandello, play within the play, all that stuff. But the crazy thing is being at the Castro Theater in San Francisco, where he had gone up for one of his films or premiered, or there might have been Greaser's Palace in like 72. And I realized that film had screened there, and now I'm watching a screening of Senior from the back, looking at it on the screen with these kind of like set pieces and stuff back there. And I had one of those definitive quantum moments. And sometimes you have these on set, sometimes you have them in life, or you have them at transitions of life where you just go, just stand here. If you can understand this, because this is actually what life is.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, you get to actually just stand there for a second and see this thing, and you hold space and time and grief. Nuts.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
The thing that I started crying thinking about is it felt to me like the movie was maybe one last ditch effort to understand your dad as we try to understand our dads and ourselves. That's the journey, right?
Yeah.
Even your dad says it in the movies, like, I have no clue who I am and I'm not going to know.
By the way, were you trying to lure me in with a Fugazi so I could tell you you're wearing a really cool watch and you could tell me it was low rent? Are you trying to play?
I wanted to admit to you that it's a fake gold watch. That's all. I didn't want to be deceptive to you.
Okay.
It's a fake gold watch.
So you wore it so that I would ask you and you would tell me it was a fake.
I wear it every day. Every single day,
for me.
whether you're here or not. And by the way, also, we exist when you're not here. Do you know that, Robert?
It doesn't
That
seem necessary.
When you're not here, we're still here. Can you believe that?
That's your mistake.
Wait,
Well,
I
now
have
you
to say-
fucked up the most important thing I wanted to say about the senior. And I know what you're
I
doing.
doubt it. Monica?
He's trying to avoid this.
I'm not. We'll get back to it.
Okay, do you have it? Because I don't want you to
Go ahead.
listen.
No.
I thought it was so beautiful that your son, how old was he? 11, 12?
He's 11 now, so he was 8.5, 9.
And with clarity saying, I want to be there so that I have memories for when he passes. To hear a very small person be able to articulate that, showing the growth between the 3 generations, truly.
Maybe the only growth.
No, it's not. That's not true. You see the vulnerability increase throughout those generations, and that's the moment where you're like, oh,
Yeah, it's compounding.
Been done. It's been done.
The growth is compounding.
Yeah.
Yes. And now let me, because we're all in this same kind of business where we're always doing something and we're here in this moment, but I try to always divorce myself from the idea of what will it be like when this is a product. But from the second I saw that scene with Exton, where he says that and the whole audience just gets choked,
Yes.
I was like, we got him.
Mhm,
And I
mhm.
hate to say it because
Yeah.
there I went back again.
But you're doing 2 things.
I'm doing 2
Yeah.
You
things.
have to do 2
And
things.
in that moment, I was like, I think Act 3 in this thing is really going to work. And by the way, Act 3 is my fucking dad dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it really works. Act 3 is a rocket ship, dude. That's when I started crying. You got Cat Stevens montage, fucked me up.
That's right.
And then you got Nick Drake. Fuck you. What a cheap shot. Nick Drake.
Come on.
We're dusting off Nick Drake to fuck with Dax while he's
One
lifting his
must.
weights, trying to get big, be a big boy, press his friend Robert.
I know.
Let me tell you what my conclusion now that you've avoided it. To me, it felt like you were trying another attempt at really understanding this man. Your father was very interesting and original and peculiar. And I think if I had to sum up what he might have said, and this is what made me cry, I think his point of view was life is 100-year-long joke. And then in the scene, I realized, no, it's a fucking tragedy. We live in a fucking tragedy. You love people, they die, you die, everyone loves you. And you try to laugh your way through it. You try to joke because it is a tragedy, but it catches up with us all the time. The joke turns on us a lot. I mean, even like when you discover drugs, you're like, yes, what a joke. This is hilarious. Now I feel like a cartoon character. Now I'm really getting one over on the universe. I'm having a blast in this Technicolor kaleidoscopic dream of mine. And then it catches up with you because, again, it's a fucking tragedy.
The joyful participation in the suffering of mankind is really what I got. And you can either laugh or cry through the whole thing. We know where it's going. The other day, I sent some really, I thought, very funny. I'll play them for you after the bit. And somebody said, oh, this is going to be an Exton's movie, Junior, about you.
That definitely crossed my mind, too, is that you will most certainly, and you'll have to be, a subject of his exploration of you.
Who even knows what a documentary will be like in 30 years?
That's true. I think it'll all come around.
I really liked about the movie. I mean, it's so beautiful, of course, but the beginning is a little like, what's going on? You are like, I don't.
It's like his
what?
movies.
Well, exactly. And kind of, I think, his life. Like you said, it's chaos and you're going from one thing to another and he's directing within the directing. And it's like, what is going on? And then at some point, it becomes lucid and moving and poignant, and I feel like, oh, that's the trajectory of his life. It kind of mirrors that in a beautiful way, I think, whether you did it on purpose or not.
Well, Susan Downey was involved, so the execution of that cut is very purposeful. And Chris Smith, he and Susan really hit it off. They're both just really high-level thinkers. It was so funny when you're saying that, I was just thinking it's kind of like life. It starts off like this confluence of probabilities, and then as it gets more and more real and closer to its finite nature, hopefully, if you're lucky. I'd much rather have it begin in chaos or even begin with promise, descend into chaos, and then reorganize at a higher level.
As opposed to it being reversed.
Yeah.
Where life just gets more and more and more untethered and chaotic.
We know those stories and we saw them. I mean, just even look back from 2020 until, quote unquote, last month. How many relationships in the crucible of the pandemic became the chaos that wasn't managed, and then other things kind of fused together in a way that I think was probably better than if it hadn't happened.
Yeah, if you made it through.
Yeah.
I barely made it through. That was a
And
wild
isn't
stretch.
it great too? Like, none of that matters. I remember at the time reflecting on you because this idea that you get long-term recovery and that it is like a treasury bond is the biggest joke in the world. However, as humans, I think we're conditioned to say this thing that seems stable, I can absolutely count on it to be a solid, unmovable object. And so in another way, I hate to say it, but what a great service I did for so many people for so many years when I showed this is how messy things can get. This is how quickly they can get that messy. This is how much freedom you can lose in a short amount of time. Why don't I volunteer for that?
Yeah,
You go like,
let me act that out for
I go
y'all.
like, no, I didn't put my hand up. No, your hand was up.
Yeah.
But it wasn't consciously up, and consciously doesn't matter. That's not how things work around here.
Can I ask you one question about jail? I had one question about jail.
Yeah.
I've never asked you about jail.
Oh.
Well, I actually have two questions. But one is, how long were you in there before you actually accepted, oh, I'm actually in here? I can imagine myself, because the denial muscle in us is the strongest, especially if we're at apex addiction, right?
Yeah.
So I know this isn't happening. Those aren't police lights behind me. They're not going to give me a breathalyzer. I'm not carrying any. You're just in denial of everything. I'm curious, like, how long before?
I'm going to see if, without thinking about it, I'm just going to try to give you the flashcards.
Yeah.
I'm in court. I'm being over-sentenced by an angry judge. And at some point, he said something in Latin.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
And I thought he was casting a spell on me.
And he was.
2 weeks later, I'm in a place called Delano, which is a receiving center where they decide where you're going to go. Arguably the most dangerous place I've ever been in my life, because Nobody is designated if they're a level 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Everyone's there.
Criminal, yes. And you could just feel the evil in the air. And that was no trouble at all because it was kind of like just being in a really bad neighborhood. And there was no opportunity there. There was only threats.
Mhm.
So, yes, everyone is going to take your wallet. So watch it. And I remember walking out at one point when I popped out of my cell to go to the shower. By the way, this will be the best soundbite. And I didn't know it, but I was a little spun out and I had my underwear on backwards
Uh-oh.
that put the entry area.
It's an invitation, really. You
Yes,
warm as an
and I
invitation.
remember eliciting some strong chuckles and jeers from my fellow inmates. And once I'd gotten through that, then I was transferred. And then the rest was walking onto the yard that you're going to be doing more than a year on for the first time. The closest thing I can associate it to is to being sent to a distant planet where there is no way home until the planets align. But the short
Slingshot.
answer is 2 weeks. And I would say this, I hate to say it, about anything for anyone regarding any transition, because we are programmed to, within a short amount of time, be able to adjust to things that are seemingly impossible. And for me, there's worse things that could have happened than being sent to an institution, by far.
Sure.
However, we can only go by what we know. And I
Mhm.
would imagine, if I had to guess, that was the worst thing that happened to me.
Yeah.
Day 15 was a ball.
Oh my God.
By
That's
day 15, I'm playing, literally, by day 15, I'm dialed in.
yeah. This is my question. What was your strategy?
The most important
Because
thing,
you're very cute.
Thanks, hon.
I was quite nervous for you.
as long as you have the willingness to do harm, it is unlikely that you will be targeted. So
Okay.
it really is that thing of what is the difference between acting like you're willing to do harm and actually being willing to do harm. I remember the extreme example, and so whoever said this is an idiot. They go, always have a plan to kill whoever you meet. Which was probably one of those like safety experts who was like a black ops guy or whatever. It's
Yeah.
like, fucking shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, I hear a lot of that stuff.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Wow.
How did you friend up with people? How did you decide, okay, I'm going to try to pal up?
Motherfucker, you don't have friends in the joint. You got acquaintances.
Okay. How'd you pick your acquaintances? What's this character's name, by the way?
Huh?
Clyde Bobin. I've been in and out of 32 maximum penitentiaries. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. I'm Cliff Bovine or Clyde.
I love bovine. Just to wrap this up, there's a handball court. Depending on what the politics were, is when whatever your particular pigmentation was had access to that court. And like anything, did you ever see Midnight Express?
Oh, yes.
Right? It's kind of like you could say, how long did it take him to get used to being in a Turkish prison? 2 weeks.
Okay. That's the biggest fear I think I've ever had that I've, by the grace of God, avoided. It's shocking I never was in there. I think I would have gotten killed.
I'm telling you right now, you would have been fine.
Oh, wow. Maybe I'll go. Okay. We're getting into Downey's Dream Cars now. Senior's incredible. Is it nominated? It's going to be nominated. We don't know how that works. Do we know?
Tis
It
the
should be.
season. I mean,
is this the
It is.
season?
First of all,
I want to cast my vote then.
great.
And
First of
beautiful.
all, who fucking cares?
Sure.
Second of all, if and when it goes down this trajectory, I'll get behind it. I think Chris Smith is one of our great American storytellers.
Was he in it?
You see him once or twice, but I
Okay.
mean, back to American Movie,
Oh, my God.
to Jim and Andy,
Whoa.
to 100-Foot Wave, to execing Tiger King.
He also did American Home, which is an incredibly weird documentary about 4 bizarre homes. I urge you to watch it.
Oh,
One of the dudes designed the world of tomorrow at Disneyland in the 60s, and he turned his whole house into a world of tomorrow, and he can drive his recliner around the living room and he crashes it.
oh, wow.
You would love it.
Even things I don't know about him, and I'm crazy about everything. He is an incredible person, and it would be meaningful to me for anything that came his way as a result.
Yes.
I already got a fucking Emmy. I don't need another one.
For
I don't remember what.
Ally
for.
McBeal?
Probably.
Probably.
Are you almost an EGOT?
Not just yet.
What do
I'll
you
get
need?
there.
A Grammy. We'll get you one. We'll get you one for this podcast.
Oh my God, it's not impossible.
It's not.
I've got like 3 questions I would never ask you in real life, but now that I have you sequestered here,
I'm here to help. But
Okay.
can I say something? Can I just do a quick assessment
Yeah.
of this episode?
Yeah.
I don't know what we've got in the first half hour. I think it's fucking trash.
No, you're
I'm
wrong.
going to leave it to you. And I know I'm wrong, but I also want to lead into the wrongness because this thing needs to fucking hum from
This
jump.
is because you grew up in a movie house and all you can do is see.
Your brain is formatted
That is
in a
how your
3
brain
act.
works.
Yeah. You're going to have to trust us that we know how these work.
Is there a crawl?
What's that?
Like a credit crawl?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
there's
Are we
not.
just starting with action? Because I don't see where that is if we want to do that.
There'll be some light chit chat off mic, and then Monica will seamlessly
I just
integrate
wish
that
I
into.
was
It's going really well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, this
that I
is an
knew.
incredible.
I mean, of
episode.
course, I don't show up for things that don't go well.
All right, I do have some questions though that have been burning a hole in my.
Boring alert. Let's go.
Okay, you have to forgive me. I'm from Michigan on a dirt road. Hollywood was a very exciting thing for me. The Outsiders was a very exciting thing for me. Everything that was happening in the 80s in movies was very fucking exciting. So for me, forgive me, the notion that all of you were going to the same high school, to Santa Monica High School, and then I have a director from Parenthood who told me he was once in a class seated between you and Rob Lowe. And his chances of getting a girl to look at him were fucking 0%, 0.0%. To me, is so amusing. What, you had the Sheen brothers at Samo High?
We had Ramon Estevez, who is the most eccentric of the Sheen brothers. He taught me how to tap dance when we did Oklahoma the musical.
Oh,
My
God.
Lord.
He is one of the all-time great humans on earth.
Do we have the Penn brothers there?
They were gone.
Sean's older than you.
Yeah. Charlie might have just been coming in. Me and Ramon were in the same grade.
What about
Rob
Chris
was there. Chris might have been out. I think that some of that is storied because it's in like a roughly somewhere near class of 83.
Sure.
But I wouldn't know because I never graduated. And by the way, I wasn't looking around going, I wonder what other motherfuckers here are going to be of note down the road.
My money's on this guy.
I was scaling the fence after I did teacher's assistant with Mr. Jellison, the greatest theater arts teacher of all time, and leave. And by the way, there were easier ways to get out. It was just the only place that I knew they weren't going to be expecting me to try to ditch school.
Okay.
It had to have been a 35 or 40 foot tall chain link
Oh.
fence. I would ditch school. I would go smoke a joint. I would come back in around 4th, 5th period because Janae Gravino, the object of my affection, had a typing class that I would try to bust into.
Okay.
You'd have thought I'd have learned at least to type.
No.
Were all the girls, just be honest, they were obsessed with you?
No,
Besides Janae? Because that's why you wanted her?
we should do a whole other episode just about Janae, but there was one point where I want to say my life is due to 3 girls from Santa Monica High School: Kelly McReynolds, Amber Gilbert, and most importantly, Heidi Kozak.
Okay.
I think there was at one point where I thought I was dating all 3 of them. Then they found out and they all
Sure.
decided to get together and ditch me. It literally was like a sitcom, but it was a huge lesson that I still haven't learned.
Having only one object of your desire?
Don't fuck with cats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, that's actually, if I'm being dead honest, you want to pull a curtain fully back. One thing about you that confuses me to no end is you actually don't seem to have that gear in your scumbaggery toolkit.
No.
That's not your thing.
No.
We have never been together where like a beautiful woman has walked by and you've been like, "Arr," you know, or whatever. Even obligatory
Glad you haven't done
acknowledgement.
that.
It's gross and it's weird and it's very typical.
But you don't fight it, right? Like I always say, I feel very lucky I don't have a food addiction or a gambling addiction, which is shocking because anything I enjoy, I'm going to be addicted to.
Yeah.
Very much sex addicty, love addicty, for sure, for me. But I don't sense that in you, and that's always been peculiar to me.
Yeah, I don't know why I've always been in long-term relationships. And then after Susan Downey, by the way, it helps that by the time we met, I was in my late 30s, she was in her late 20s, and we would be like at LAX, I'd be like, do you and your daughter need help getting through the thing? And I'd be like, oh, this is so fucking hot. So it's never one thing. Half of it is she's hot and great. she also isn't typical and that she's not effusive. She doesn't dress suggestively. So there's this thing that's very private and just saved for me. And then when she opens the spigot, it's gnarly. And then there's all the things. I look at it the exact same way I'd look at taking a drink. What could possibly be the upside of convincing myself one more time that would be worth it? And therefore, I don't need to recoil as though from a hot flame. That's an oven.
You're not even drawn to the hot flame at this point.
I
You've been
mean,
relieved of the obsession.
I think there's been times, because I also think, where are you at? Like, I'll be 60 in a couple years. I think in my early 40s to 50, I was probably wondering, shouldn't I be getting all kinds of dirt done? And shouldn't I just be given a pass for that? I mean, look at this.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
And then you
yes.
get to a certain age and you go like, you know what? No one's doing anyone any favors here.
We disagree on that. I think there would be a fucking line like they were opening up a Krispy Kremes in the 90s.
By the way,
If you put the light on.
if you put hot
And you know
donuts
what? I
now,
also love when someone else has it. You've got the big zaddy thing going on right now, and I'm just like, let him have it.
Yeah, but as you say, you have to monitor that. You don't look at your DMs.
Yeah. I
Well,
have
sure.
to.
Right, no one should look at their DMs.
I have to have a game plan.
Yes.
Like everything else.
I don't need a game plan. It's really simple. As soon as I feel mildly activated, I go lock myself in a room.
Okay. That's a good
good
that's a good
action.
policy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't Kristen coming in here to say that we got to wrap this thing up? I thought she had
She
ideas.
pulled a no-show on us. That's to make us both want her more. Because she committed to coming in a few times.
That's true. Yeah, and by the way, you know what? I wouldn't want to confuse the audience into imagining that I have some superior moral code. This is all a result of having had my ass handed to me so many times that I don't question.
It's not appealing anymore. I have that feeling about many things. I was just talking to my therapist about it today. I told you I had to go to therapy immediately after seeing Senior. Thank God that was scheduled.
Now, were you still pumping iron for that?
I lift during all my, if that's what you're asking.
Just the ab work.
Yeah. Okay. Who did you envy in that period growing up? Like, what actor were you kind of monitoring going, I should be that person?
Matt Dillon.
Oh, perfect. What a great pick.
And I also got to know him. And I just saw him. Is the show called High Desert?
With Patricia Arquette.
Yeah, I just saw him in that.
He looks insanely handsome still.
I know. But when I first knew him, he took me under his wing. He had this place on Elizabeth Street that was run by an Eastern medicine doctor that was just really cool. And I would leave his house, and when we'd come back later, there would be all of these things on the door with like girls who had put their phone number on. I mean, he was a level of stardom, intrigue, and being pursued that I think was on that Elvis, Beatles, Marilyn Monroe type level.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't mean to sidebar too much, but I saw the Brooke Shields documentary, and I realized too that I did get to know her a little bit, and I got to run into her strangely in Thailand about a month ago, but it kind of goes like this. Elvis, Marilyn, the Beatles, Michael Jackson, Brooke Shields.
Yeah, that doc was crazy.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And I think the interesting thing about the documentary space is it can be manipulated to give you a false narrative. But if you just pay attention and use your own discernment and just check in with how you feel about it, you go, you're right. On my 5 fingers, there were this. Now, going back to your question, Matt Dillon, for sure. Dustin Hoffman, 1,000,000%. Meryl Streep, because I realized she's got this other thing where she's American, but she's really strong with dialect. She's clearly focused enough and versatile enough to keep going from one thing to the next. And it's always her, but it's always a new version of her that you now take as being the character. Peter O'Toole, just because Lawrence of Arabia changed my life. And if I have to pick a 5th one, did I say Matt Dillon?
Yeah, we started there.
Okay, let's begin
Let's
and end.
end,
Let's
yeah.
begin and end with Matt Dillon.
I'm
Because
with you.
again, dude, this guy is so underrated. If you look at what he was doing in The Outsiders and Rumblefish and stuff he's done since, up and way past Something About
Remember
Mary.
that he was in Beautiful Girls Out of Nowhere?
Of course.
Oh,
He was someone who I always saw was like working with great directors, and he was picking up from them, but he always had his own version of True North where it wasn't about starting an argument. It was about always trying to make space for himself while still being agreeable with everybody else. All the while managing immense stardom.
how do you feel about Nicolas Cage?
I think he is in a category of his own.
I'm so glad to hear you say
Yeah,
that.
the same way that Billy Bob is. That's
Yeah.
the great thing is I think you and I are, I don't know.
Go ahead, speak for me. I'm flattered by it.
I think you and I and a bunch of other people are all in this kind of middle space. And sometimes some of us are the ones in the middle doing the dancing on the cardboard and the rest of us are going out. And then you have people who perpetually operate as these satellite entities. Billy Bob, Nicolas Cage, Crispin Glover, this and that. And then I want to go back too because I just saw the Michael Fox
John Turturro.
documentary. Turturro for sure.
Oh,
Yeah. I would be remiss not to say this. Of my generation, the most unappreciated actor technically is Michael J. Fox. If you look at what he was able to do up through, during, and past his diagnosis, but forget medical conditions. We're all going to be taken down by something. None of that matters. All that matters is what is in your eyes. And that fucking dude, no one has ever understood camera, timing, emotion, control, confidence, and also being someone who had to jump out of their stature for you to treat them as an equal in a very heightest, sexist, this, that society.
he transcended all that.
He did it all.
What a great pick.
I would also say one of those people who's outside the box, Eric Stoltz.
Oh,
Eric Stoltz is amazing. In a way, he was too amazing to do something that mainstream. So that's the weird thing.
yes, you're right.
Like, why didn't Nicolas Cage ever do Superman? Well, he was going to, but in a way, he can't ever come into this place where the rest of us are kind of dancing.
funny behind the scenes thing. One time we were just chatting and I said, oh, this reminds me of one of my favorite movies. You ever see this movie Firstborn? And you're like, yeah, I was in Firstborn.
By the way, and you know what I was perpetually? I thought my role in life was to be cast as Milo, his offbeat buddy. That was
Sure.
it. So what are you doing this? Oh, I play Milo as offbeat buddy. It's a niche industry. I'm kind of nailing it.
That was how you saw yourself.
It was more than enough because these were real movies. They weren't my dad's indie weirdo, like everybody pitched in $5,000 and, you know,
Yeah.
we shot for another 2 weeks.
The other career thing for you I want to say before we do Downey's Cars, which I promise is absolutely right next.
You made me promises, promises. Down, 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 down. What did I believe?
Ooh, we got a duet.
Promises,
That's how we're
promises.
opening.
Okay,
What a
good.
good song, Promises,
It is
Promises.
a great
I
song.
forgot to say one thing about your dad. Again, this stuck with me. You said it. It wasn't in the documentary, but I heard you one time say that your dad told you, everyone can act, some people can direct, and nobody can write.
Yep.
And I'm like,
You
boom,
talk about that all the time.
all the time. I'm like, that sums up this entire racket
Yeah.
so perfectly, it's insane.
Yeah.
Do you think he heard it from somebody or he just came to that on his own? It's so good.
You know what? I will tell you this here for the first time ever. I think
You made it up.
I accredit it to him based on an extrapolated from all experiences I ever had from him.
I got it.
I think more it's to cover the fact that he would say things to me like, oof, oh, these Marvel movies. Wow, tough to watch. Act three, it's like, ooh, what a misfire, huh? Yeah. Those good.
You can do impersonation. You're this close to doing Dangerfield. I
Oh,
mean, that one
totally.
is it's a hair away from Dangerfield. It's fucking third eye.
Hey, my wife's cooking is so bad, the flies pitched in to fix the screen door.
You can't do impersonation. Okay, I do want to say this.
Are you on a bit of a dip right now?
I just packed a lipper, but everything's normal. Everything's going exactly as planned. I want to give you this compliment. You're not going to like it. It's going to be impossible for you to respond to, but I'm going to say it out loud because I want everyone in the world to know this. Marvel is the most successful thing to happen in the film business, maybe in the history of the film business. It's the most incredible thing ever. You look at the top 10 movies of all time, it's virtually all Marvel, right? I'm going to say this is a three-way compliment. People may or may not know this about you, but they did not want to hire you for Iron Man. How many people had to pass before they gave you that?
I wasn't on the list.
Exactly.
I couldn't be on the list. I was a liability.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a
Oh,
bad,
no.
he's a bad puppy.
He likes boogie shuggies.
Bad boy.
He can't help but powder his nose.
Because how far out was it from like
Was-
major addiction?
Well, it's 08. I don't know what year you got out of jail, but It was not long after. You'd done a few things.
I love that people think that once I got out of jail, I said, well, there it is. It's time to straighten up and fire.
No.
What
That's why I said out of your extreme addiction, not jail.
Extreme addiction.
Yeah.
Really bad addiction.
You're so fun.
Robert, you're going to have to go into a room right now. I can feel it. You're on the verge of going into a room.
Gotta walk
Protect
out of here.
yourself. That's
Welcome
right.
to TNT's Extreme Addiction.
Well, I think there are levels. Like this addiction, this dip
Yeah.
right now, again, that's fine. That's not extreme.
No, it's
But
manageable.
it can get extreme.
If I start freebasing this,
Yeah. It's all on
this
the
dip.
table. Wait, but really, how
people-
long
Yeah.
was it? Because I do want to know, because I think that's relevant to why you were a liability.
There's a couple things, which is usually things aren't happening concurrently. People presume that, this happened and then you had bad behavior and then you this and this. But I also think this. Here's what I'll say to anyone who is struggling with substance abuse or this and that. How long you doing it? It takes about 2 years.
2 weeks, 2 years.
Yeah. 2 weeks to acclimate to any horrendous situation, a sudden loss, a serious injury, a breakup. Now, the breakup is different in that the breakup is exactly 1 year.
Okay.
The acclimatizing to a jarring situation, 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then how to turn...
These are Downey's timetables.
Yeah.
So I want to publish these as
Thank you.
Downey's
and how
timetables.
to turn your life around completely to a place where you don't have to convince anybody that you've changed.
Yes.
2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And by the way, guys, 2 years will blow by if you stay high. That takes 5 minutes. Like, it sounds long to you right now, but just think you'll lose 2 years at the blink of an
2
eye.
years of abstaining from the offending behaviors.
It was a really uphill battle between something about you, your thing, plus Favreau, plus Dan Liebenthal. You wouldn't want to say this yourselves. You are Marvel. You three got together and through some magic, you created a tone that then was replicated to great success throughout the Marvel Universe. I find that to be incredible, and I think you guys deserve that credit. The level of comedy and the action, the interspersing of all that, the way that tone that was discovered in that process is the secret sauce that makes Marvel Marvel. You can publicly disagree if you want.
History is really tricky because is Chuck Berry rock and roll? No. Rock and roll is this force from the cosmos that came down, and you can see where its roots are. You can see where its origins are. They're usually about 30 or 50 years before the phenomenon of a new cultural thing. So I would say that comic books are part of it. I would say Christopher Reeves, definitely part of it. I would say once you had Tim Burton directing a superhero movie, now it was like, well, maybe never, but someday if. And then I think you need the combination of Kevin Feige, who was frustrated at why he had a sense that something unimaginable could occur, but he was being saddled with not having the leverage to be able to do anything about it. Favreau, and by the way, honestly, if I have to attribute it to one thing, it's 2 films that came out the same weekend that bombed. One was Zathura.
Yeah, I got to be a part of that.
You sure did. And you're fucking great in it. And the movie was really good. Favreau didn't want to call it Jumanji 2 because he was already saying, I don't want to be a repeater. And thank God he made that perhaps ill-fated decision for marketing or whatever. And I did a film with Val Kilmer, directed by Shane Black, called Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Arguably one of my 2 or 3 favorite
It's
things
incredible.
I've ever done.
Such a good movie.
Nobody saw it. Those 2 failures put Johnny and I in a position where we were like, whatever it is he does next has to work. Whatever I do next has to be a reinvention, not just of me, because I'm reinvented a little bit now and I'm kind of intact and sound of mind. But I have to finally, I've been at this for ages. It's like, when is this guy? We either got to cut him from the team. We got to cut this fucker from the team, or he's got to win us a pennant.
Yeah, this guy's been circling in the lobby for about 20 fucking years. Hey, bro, come in the party or go to the parking lot, get in your car and
But
leave.
aren't we all that? Because I think you and I also, luckily, still suffer from this outsiderness. I don't think it's an addiction thing. I don't think it's even a therapy thing. I think it's a disposition of self-protection by saying, I am not this thing that is an entity, which is why it's also important to say, like, I would say to you guys, I was looking at your viewership and the influence and what you've done, and you wear it like a loose garment. I thought I was going to walk into, it started here, and now it's like, fucking Ed TV, and it's literally like this 30,000 foot place that you still make it look like a thing. And There's something about with artifice comes self-deception.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a natural life extension policy, which is don't buy into
Well,
that.
yeah, if I never said I want to be a member of this, when you kick me out, it'll be less embarrassing.
There it is.
Ultimately. Okay, I got to say my piece on that. Now,
Okay.
Downey's dream cars. We talk about this with great excitement and anticipation and some resentment. The notion that you went away and did a car show and I didn't get a call until it was completed just to me seems like a real fuck you. It's a passive fuck you, but the notion that I was never involved in this, I'd like to air that resentment.
That's why there's season 2.
Okay, it's solved. Look how easy it is to solve things. I'm going to be your dialect coach, and I'll be involved. I'll be a technical advisor.
It's not dialect coach. You are literally going to be my coach for this role, and dialect is going to be an aspect of it.
One of many
Active,
things
full
that
acting coach.
I work on with you.
You know what it really is? Not to make a comparison, but one of the reasons I love Jim Cameron so much is he does this thing about Titanic and then this and that, and then he creates the technology that raises the Titanic. And it's this really inexplicable, ongoing, intuitive pursuit of something that only he could do. And I think we all need to find that. And every one of us has this. It's our own golden thread to how to make sense of our lives. At a certain point, after these franchises are hitting, and I've never grew up with dough,
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, am I supposed to collect art? And then we get a car. I like cars. I drive cars. And then I started amassing this collection.
Our father, our mutual father, Tom Hansen, was involved in a lot of these because he's our car guru.
Correct. Now, a lot of it was just, I wanted there to be 22 cool cars.
You want to be in a Sir Mix-a-Lot video. Like when you go to X's 6th birthday party.
Imagine this, something that starts out of a perceived self-centered need to demonstrate whatever success means in Western civilization turns into a liability where I'm not you, dude. I don't want to go fast in cars. I don't want to drive on dunes. I don't drive two-wheeled vehicles anymore. None of that. I want to cruise up and down PCH and run into Jerry Seinfeld and have him say, hey, that's a cool ride. Like it's all that
Yes.
dumb fulfillment stuff. And then when the Marvel contract was ending, I got asked to go speak at this Remars conference, and I kind of copped a resentment because I felt like these super powerful people really could affect change and really do a drawdown on all this climate stuff. But again, you can't really do that and be one of the 2 or 3 richest guys. You kind of got to decide. I'm going to go for industry or I'm going to go for change. And thinking that the industry will provide the change, that's absolute horseshit. However, if I were in that position, I can only imagine the weight of deciding, what am I
yeah.
going to do? Be a philanthropist?
Yeah.
And like try to get green tech to heal our planet. So I started this Footprint Coalition of great people like Rachel Kropa, and John Schieber is our editor and does a lot of spotlighting technologies in the space.
Gene Krupa's on drums.
Big time. John Schulhoff, Steve Levine, Susan's brother, run the venture side. So it's this whole big thing. And then I'm looking at these cars, and then I'm going, I'm a fraud.
Yeah.
And then I thought, but what do? We make stories of our lives. And so my life was, I wonder if I could do a show about trying to make these cars more efficient. You know the reason you aren't involved in season 1?
I do.
You do now, don't you? Because you are so integral to the whole reason I did the show to begin with.
I know
And
we're
also-
natural born adversaries on this one.
You are a real gearhead. I don't want to say a fraud. I appreciate the aesthetics of
And
it.
I like your aesthetic. As I've told you, I covet your 3.0 CSI BMW. It's incredibly gorgeous.
You can have it. I do have a great idea, though.
You can have it.
I'll Rochambeau you for it right now. Dude, just to see. Let's go. You did it 4 times. Wait,
has
is
to
it
be-
on 4?
Okay, it's on 4. It's 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Okay, I'm ready.
But by
Ready?
the way, hold
Go.
on a second. Hold on a second.
You have to
Hold
think.
on a second.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
We are not soulmates. We can't even play Rochambeau for
I
crying
think
out
know
everyone
what
loud.
it
got
is, dude?
anxious.
But listen,
Have you-
I beat you the first time, and you're just not accepting it.
Well,
I
I
know
went
you
on
would go
3.
rock. Everyone goes rock. I always, and then after that, I always go paper first because I know people feel strong
This
about
is the
rock.
most human moment in the whole episode. No one knows when to go. Either
I thought
3
I
or
was so
4.
vulnerable before.
No, I didn't hear any
I
of
feel
that.
like you've been grounding me. You've been tethering me.
Are you going to wear her shoes too when you wear her outfit?
I mean, if I
These are a
can
little big on
squeeze
me.
these-
You might be able to wear them.
Great.
Better.
I wish there was a component to this where certain things that were. Then again, you know, to be a drag, it's like, you know, when you could do like a big show and they're like, so we got 3 bits we want you to do after. You're like, oh, fuck, this is why I don't do these shows.
Exactly.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Hey, we always do this thing where we're going to have you try to juggle these tomatoes. What? Why? Well, Heinz is whatever. It doesn't matter. Just juggle these tomatoes. Everyone does it. It's so fun.
I was somewhere, I forget where it was, we were promoting Senior, and there's a new hue of things. We're like, hey, man, I have this website, and it just do this thing where you go, and then you float away. Will you do it? And it's like the first time I stood up for myself. I just said, no,
Yeah.
I won't.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, I would have been like, hey, life is easy. I feel good. You feel good. Now, these are challenges to my integrity.
I agree.
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, one way you could go like, oh, we're brats. The other way is like, I'm a delicate machine. I'll drive home mad at myself that I just did something I don't want to do because it's triggering childhood shit.
By the way, I would love you to stop this poor couple who just have a little Insta thing they do that got a little tread and have you go so deep on them on why you can't do this.
Listen,
Can I talk to you two for 10 minutes?
it started in 1975. Do you guys want to sit down for this? Okay, this car show,
Yes, it's called Downey's Dream Cars.
Downey's
I watched
Dream
it.
Cars. You
Even
watched?
I watched
Oh my
it.
God.
And I was going to say,
Monica, you really like RDJ because she ain't
I never
watching-
watch stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
Part of
By
her
the way,
charm.
I am that person.
Well, honestly, I sort of do it.
It's tactical.
It is a little bit tactical because I am supposed to sort of be the audience. And if I do know too much, sometimes I think then everything gets very esoteric and I can't bring it back.
Exactly. And if she hasn't read the book and I have, then she can police when I'm going down. Right?
Yeah,
So
like
it's
nobody
actually
knows
a
what you're
good-
talking about.
Yeah.
But in this case, I watched.
Can I ask really quick?
Why?
Yeah.
Because the publicist said it was very important to you that we watch.
Okay, great.
And she
Good
said,
publicist.
you and Dax. She included me, so I thought, you know what? It is important that I do that. And I was mad because I didn't want to watch a car show. And then I thought, oh my God, he did it because this is great for gearheads. It gets technical. They're showing so much cool car stuff. But if you don't care about cars, you care about the goal. And I cared about the goal, and I watched 1.5 episodes.
Jeez, you got me beat.
I've seen,
I
listen,
know.
I watched all 6.
You did.
Yes, I was struggling to find the time to watch all 6. And I was thinking the whole
But
time, I
you
was
had
like,
a
why didn't this motherfucker
long leg
come when
day.
He had to get the tears out.
The gains I got, though, were worth it. But I thought, why didn't this son of a bitch come in when he was promoting one movie? I could have watched one of those movies, but no, I watched 6 hours of television. Mind you, I loved every episode. Every episode's great.
He's been on this for years.
Trevor,
now.
we're talking about Trevor again.
Yes, Trevor Newhoff, producer on it. And it was this weird thing, too, where anyone who knows me knows that I am a bit of an oddball that'd be like, we should do this car about shows. So why isn't the show done yet?
Right, I thought of it yesterday.
We should do this show, this car about shows. So I want to get 6 cars. And they'll be turned around when? Like, I need all the cars done before we go. And then what happens is, you
Yeah.
want to change out a muffler on your old Nova. And 6 weeks later, they're going, hey, bro, I still got it at the shop. I just like having your car at the shop.
Yeah, a lot of my neighbors have stopped by.
Stay tuned for more Armchair Expert, if you dare.
Here's a weird thing. I have to admit this. The 2 most significant projects I've ever been involved in my whole life have been Senior and Downey's Dream Cars. One was a documentary and the other was a streaming series for Max, because one of them was about taking this intuitive process and turning it into media. And the other was obviously about my dad, and not just fathers and sons, parents and things and artists and all that stuff. But there were times during it where it was all so nebulous that I was just like, why did I say I was doing the show? And then you start getting these things back. By the time we were in New York, driving this 1966 Riviera around the city that I won't say what, but has a piece of technology on it that really is interesting and useful for monitoring particulate matter and pollution and all that stuff. And by the way, I grew up in that city.
Yeah. You guys are driving around and you're looking at this screen. It's giving you real-time readouts of how gnarly the air is. And it's nuts how quickly it can change. And I was thinking, fuck, if people knew.
If you put the monitoring of our environment randomly into the hands of the citizens, it's kind of why when social media is powerful, it's powerful because it's instant democracy and opinion leveraged against the powers that be.
Mm-hmm.
And when you have deeply entrenched things such as struggle for resources, climate deniers, people that I think are too far out about climate consciousness, coming back to the center, I think left to our own devices, humanity tends to do the right thing often enough to not destroy itself, which is a pretty good track record.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. I think it's like calories on a menu. Let's just say that I loved this chain that made pizzas and had a state in its title. And I went to get my favorite salad and my favorite hummus, which I was under the assumption was a very calorically responsible decision until they started putting the calories on the menu. And I went, oh, no. That's insane. That's insane. I'll have to run 9 extra miles for this salad. So similarly, if you knew that like on 52nd Street, you're at 15 parts per whatever. And then on 56, you're at, 4. Well, guess what? You're going to go there.
Well, and here's another weirdo moment, which is so funny with life, is one of our stops is the apartment that was the first place I was in when I met Sarah Jessica Parker, when I got my first job, Tough Turf, before Weird Science, and Firstborn was in the city right before that. And I was like, oh my God, this is where I came up in Hell's Kitchen. And now I'm here in this car during this show about this thing. And they go, I think we went by the actual apartment. And I go, it's all right. Just pretend it's that one. I'll react the same way.
Yeah.
So we also know that moment.
Yes.
And that's why it's so great, because as y'all are, you are making art of your lives and you are creating these impossibly meaningful dialogues. You're creating a informational playlist. And then I'm sure the same way you've been dreaming about me since you were 14.
Yeah.
We're creating in the dream state, what kind of life do I want to have? We have all these fears and anticipations. And particularly when something seemingly came together and became so popular so quickly out of something that seemed so small, I think that would activate some fear. Like, is the other shoe going to drop? Was this? And it's not, I don't think it's imposter complex or any of that. I think it's just cherishing and appreciating it so much that it would be awful to have it.
Now we know we'll get over it in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You'll be.
So it'll be fine. I'm not worried anymore.
This one might be more like a year because it's
Yeah,
a
it's a
relationship.
relationship.
That, you know
Yeah,
what?
fuck.
Yeah. Actually, it'd be 14 years, 2 weeks, 14 days times 1 year.
Oh my God.
Okay, we
So
can't.
Downey's timetables. It'll be out by Penguin Press. It's going to be a great coffee table book
It's a
for
little
this holiday
pamphlet
season.
that should just go inside all the other books.
Yeah, you're going to have to tackle some timetables you don't want to, like perfect digestion of food before you take a nap, that kind of stuff, just to fill out the book.
Thanks.
But back to the show. I'll tell you, so in this show, there are 6 episodes. You do a great job, because if you just went and straight up did a car show, that's a little confusing to me. For you to be in it and it not to be novel in some way. So I think all the kind of Christopher Guest moments, right, of like acknowledging the world you're in and calling yourself out at times is novel and interesting and new.
The most important thing I will say today is Christopher Guest. If any of us could approach the integrity and consistency that that guy has with his work, wow.
Yeah. It's
And
staggering.
also,
amazing.
Jamie Lee Curtis is your partner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and she's
She's
coming out
on
of
fire.
nowhere.
I know.
She's coming out of nowhere and everywhere all the time, whatever it was.
It was so cool.
It
She's
was.
badass.
So
She's a bad motherfucker.
I mean, that's what you call not just a power couple. Forget that. That's a couple that we know where he came from. We know her lineage. They find each other. They're still functional. And it's this weird thing of he's had all these wins and now she's having, it's almost like a relationship where the homeostasis is going, that's all that matters. We just want to keep our little vessel full in this maelstrom of Hollywood insanity and just stay us. I mean, look, We should probably just do a Who Else is Great episode. I'd like
Let's
to
do
host
that.
it with you.
Okay, that would be great. Who else is
Okay.
great? That's great. Okay, so 6 episodes, all your cars. You have this obnoxious K10 purple pickup truck that you turn electric, and I'll rank the ones that I was nervous about. This was one of them. And when you think of a truck, I mean, if anything deserves some big monstrous V8 and it had a big supercharged V8, it had to be glorious before you fucked
It
with
was bananas. When I got it at auction, it was bananas.
Mhm.
I then modified it. I then sent it to Speedcore in the Midwest,
Which is the greatest.
and they made it a stomping beast. And then in its 3rd iteration, we,
Did this.
yeah, Rich Benoit
So
and
cool.
Electrified Garage.
I got to say, at least aesthetically, this is the best improvement for me of all the cars that went through the Downey filter.
Okay.
I think it vastly improved. The fact that it ultimately ends up towing 200,000 pounds, it's hard to fuck with that. It's kind of a mic drop sitch.
Yeah, and by the way, that's why I'm so glad. Were we sure what was going to be F1? No, it just seemed like the right place to.
No, it is. It
Start.
is. No, that was absolutely the perfect first episode.
Ah,
Truly. The one that's hardest for me, being from Detroit, knowing those gentlemen you're working with on the program, when you bring the 65 vet in, people are going, no.
Robert, please, Robert.
Yeah, 2 of the dudes from Long Island,
Yeah.
they're a vet restoration company.
Chris Mazzilli, Dave Weber, Dream Cars. They literally have a place called. Now, here's the other weird part. Chris Mazzilli and my dad were really good friends.
That's how you know him.
Yeah, crazy.
So you've got this 65 vet, which is a unicorn. It's a survivor. It hasn't been restored.
It was literally concourse level upon purchase.
Beautiful, beautiful car. And these dudes are looking at this perfect vet. And they're like, one guy's, I mean, he's basically saying, like, I hate your fucking guts for making me do this.
Yeah.
What was his name?
Dave Weber.
Dave
Love
Weber.
Dave Weber.
Yes, clearly, you guys have a wonderful oil and water vibe that is comedy gold.
Such a sweetheart.
But if you had been in front of him on the day he gave that stand-up interview, he would have knocked you the fuck out. Unless
well,
your Wing
by the
Chun
way-
got involved.
Yeah, well, I would have sidestepped and
Okay.
eye gouged him.
Redirect. I got
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Anything that you start with in Wing Chun is something that you stop a UFC bout because of. So
Okay.
just imagine
Oh
that.
my.
Okay, right. These
So
are the
kicks to the groin, eye gouging, shots to the back of the head.
yeah.
Yeah.
Testicle extraction, earlobe detachment.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. These
What
are
are you in a Burt Reynolds movie?
He's always in a Burt Reynolds movie. That's how he
Stick
lives
currently.
his
I
life.
mean, Stick. What was it called? Stick. Okay, the vet though. This is probably the quintessential episode of the 6 because you're starting with the absolute most amount of pushback imaginable. Even to the point when you guys send it to the electric company whose bread and butter is converting cars to electric. They are like, don't want to do this.
It's like you're like,
Such good TV.
oh my God.
They're all really worried about this. And I got to say, of all of them, the one that I thought, you know what? I would want that car really bad. It's the vet. Because the shot of you cruising in that car silently, with the beauty of the car being what it is, of all the American cars, that's it. From 63 to 67, that vet is it. And to hear you gently moving through the world, and it's still faster than the big block 71,
That was
454.
wild. Because, by the way, I had all the same. Because I'm saying, yeah, and we'll put it. Which one? And I was like, pushback.
Yeah, how many volts? What did he say?
I was like,
a million
fuck,
volts?
I was like, fuck their pushback. This is that. I want it to be. I called it like New York State flag blue. The whole while they're going, Robert, we got some problems in the car. I was like, I think if it's going to go two-tone, I want kind of a, I don't know, like a creamsicle peach. They're
Yeah.
like, the fuck is this guy doing trying to finish these cars?
I just saw, have you guys seen the Celine bag that just came out? Have you guys all familiar with that Celine bag that just came out? It's like 2 blues. They're almost indistinguishable.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, I would get so crazy, too, because they'd have sent over a paint chip, and Trevor's like, so I'm holding this up. I go, why aren't the lights on? I mean, I went, it was like phantom thread trying to get through this.
I love that car. That car turned out incredible.
Yeah.
And it's got to be so fucking pleasant to cruise that thing on the PCH on a Sunday.
It is, by the way, just because the show's done doesn't mean we're done. You know, some of these cars had to get in shape to be drivable, functional, could be a daily driver. Some of them, they could only get so much done. So the nice thing is now going back and saying, all right, now how do we make this the very best version of this? Some of them still needed power steering because of extra weight added with the batteries and the thing.
Right.
None of them really had functioning air conditioning. There's one episode where we're driving in New York. And
In the
I
Riviera,
think
right?
it was,
Yeah.
and I mean, it was hilarious. But I will tell you, of all of them, the one that I have enjoyed driving the most is the Riviera.
Really?
It is like an old, perfect New York taxi. It is the quintessential, my generation, supposed to be the car of the future. It's the one that's the strangest and in some ways the least improved, even though it has a techie element on it.
Yeah.
And that's my heart.
Yeah.
My heart is, I can go down a rabbit hole of perfection and concourse and this and that, but I really want something that I agree when I sit in it. It's getting little spaghetti wheel steering, but maybe it was just because we were driving it in New York. I mean, that day was miserable.
And yet you still loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Trevor just mimed something.
He
Did you-
mimed, this is how close we are. He was miming that day. I had a neck air conditioner on.
Oh my God.
Like kids wear
my
when they're at
God.
Little League games
Yes.
if they're in the stands. I got you, brother.
I thought what else was cool was, so one of the issues that I bristle against a bit with the environmental movement is the all or nothing, black or white, the shaming, the moral high ground, really dramatic shit. That frustrates me. For some voices in the movement, improvement's not good. It's all or nothing. I think that's unrealistic. I think there's going to be a trillion stages between here and fucking carbon neutrality. They're all going to get explored. We're not sure yet which one's going to take, to be honest. The electrical car, there's problems. We don't have an infrastructure for it. The federal stations that were built are not being maintained by the states. They're all in disrepair. You know, there's issues.
Revolutions are messy.
dogmatic-
and often you get half of it wrong. I could give you a point-for-point critique of the EV revolution that I think it's a problem.
Minimally, I would say it's more complicated.
We also don't know what it's like to ride on top of charged batteries. We know that the internal combustion engine has worked. It's away from us, just the physical ramifications. Just like, remember with cell phones
Yeah.
and people and getting into things, and then, you know, you started working on that. But anyway, yes, every solution has potential to create problems. I'm with you in that, to me, if everyone can just take it as I'm leaning 2 degrees in this direction and I'm trying to move it an inch for me,
Yes.
based on what feels right.
Yeah. Otherwise, I don't think you would ever get any movement. If the ask is purity,
Yeah.
then everyone's out. I'm out.
Well, it's
You
just
know,
too insurmountable. You can't.
Remember
Yeah.
Ed Begley Jr.,
love them.
he has never not been the guy who's at one bleeding edge. And then pick anyone else, and they're at the other edge of conspicuous consumption.
But Ed Bagley, right? He's a realist. I was on a show with him for 2 years. He said to me, don't wash your peanut butter jar out to recycle it. Just throw it away. You'll actually spend more water getting the peanut butter. Like, that's a realist. That's a pragmatic human being that's living on planet Earth. So the reason I say all that is a lot of these cars are not EV conversions. One that was really cool is your mother's Mercedes that you guys turned to biodiesel, took out an old fucking Chevy, probably a Duramax out of some truck, and then converted it to biodiesel. That thing's got to be incredible.
Yes, let me get the specs.
Okay. Most important spec you remember. What does it smell like when you put your nose to the exhaust pipe?
Fresh fries. A recycled 92 Chevy diesel 6.2 out of a wrecked Tahoe.
Okay, it's just before the Duramax, but still, great motor, 6.2 liter diesel, and converted it to biodiesel. Learning about how they make biodiesel was fascinating.
Yeah.
There's so many great detours in it, I got to say. It's 65% car show, but it's also like 35% tech show of what's out there. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, and look, this was us when production was pretty sketchy, trying to get folks together and also just making sure we had the right ideas. But again, Dave Larzalier, who's our director, killed it. I just loved him. And it felt like a small group of people trying to communicate a big idea responsibly, but having fun.
Yeah.
It's definitely fun.
Good.
Yeah, it's wonderful. And you're an incredible host of it. I'm a fucking gearhead and I loved every episode. Well, one thing I want to mention that I found to be impossible is the mushroom leather.
I know.
So it is leather. You would not be able to discern the difference between it and it's fucking mushroom. And the whole interior of his Corvette is mushroom leather, and it looks beautiful. And it goes to a real hide tanning place where it becomes leather and it's fucking mushroom.
How cool.
Like, that's the shit where I'm like, if it's a guilt party, I'm out. Oh, crazy fun breakthroughs that you're going to pay zero price to implement. Yes, let's double down on those.
Mycelium now can be grown at scale. It really does make for good leather
It's incredible.
substitutes. Packaging. And by the way, the crazy thing is every one of these industries, the ones that have good operators and good founders are being brought to scale. And the ones that don't are people who have a good idea, but like most of us, they're just kind of disorganized and just think that, hey, we should start a mushroom leather company. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the CBD stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I'm in CBD deep. It's like, okay.
Did you know the D in CBD stands for deep?
We used to think when we really broke it down that the correct spelling was D-E-U-L-D. Deal.
Oh,
D-E-U-L-D. Check my work.
that's great.
What's up, dude?
What it is, Dale. Oh my God.
I have never done this
You have to
in
pee?
600 episodes. I have
look,
to pee.
I'm landing
By
the
the
plane
way,
right now. I'm
I
landing the
have to
plane.
pee
Yes.
too.
Okay.
No, don't
Yeah.
land the plane.
Should we just pause for pee?
Yeah, pause
Okay.
for pee.
Okay.
Okay.
Pause for pee.
I've had to piss since
I-
before Matt Dillon.
Oh my God. It's a pre-Matt
It's,
Dillon.
by the way, it's been urgent,
Okay.
like giving me chills.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Yes.
I'm going to try a third pair here.
Oh my
Okay.
God. Okay, great.
We're on our third set.
Great.
Hello.
Great.
Is
I'm
this
just
it?
glad you haven't changed mics. That's a big pain in the ass. Throwing you the headsets
We might need a picture of that.
yeah.
I want to thank Rob. I want to thank all of you for allowing me to work with 3 sets of headphones.
Yeah.
And
It's a
this is
record,
what we
so
do.
you know.
We accommodate each other's neuroses.
That's right.
Part of my thing is not what's my rider. Just, is it okay if I don't wear the headphones? Is it okay if I want to change the headphones? And just to make sure that you're a good mommy, can I change the headphones twice?
That's right.
I think,
Even if
can
I'm
I
not
not
gonna
wear
plug in.
headphones? / can I have all the headphones? I mean, you're dancing around what's really happened, which is you have all the headphones now because you got to have all because you're a greedy little piggy like me.
We'll get back to this fucking stupid show.
Yeah.
Sure.
Have you heard of emotional debt?
Oh, no.
Okay,
me.
emotional debt is there's 4 of us. There's 8 slices of pizza. I need 3.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing that we do to rationalize that, which we'll see it across the boards in a bunch of different areas, is that emotional debt tells us that 8 divided by 4 gives me 3.
Because you're owed it
Yeah, I get 3.
because you have to have it
Did
because
you-
of the
Did
emotional
you
debt.
invent
Connect
this
the
just
emotional
now?
debt to me. Yeah, this needs to be fleshed out a little bit. This is not in the timetables.
Not
No,
as good
this
as
isn't
the
this is an
timetables.
addendum.
I thought you were going to hit us with like a Phil Stutz
too.
level fucking breakdown of emotional debt. And now you're saying emotional debt just is a math issue, really. It's
Fuck
8
if I
divided by
did.
4.
I'm so sorry that you weren't able to ascertain the meaning behind the pretty simple metaphor. I
I'm not
put
at that
forth.
level yet. Yeah.
We have
This
a
is like
ways to
Yoda.
go.
I'll catch you though. I'm running as fast as I can, nipping at your heels. I also need to
Wait,
mention
is there more on that or no?
On emotional debt or Downey Stream cars?
Emotional debt.
Okay, look, I came here to promote both.
You have some securities and emotional debt. I'm going to read the remainder of the things you're involved with, which is going to take about 11 minutes. And then I have literally one last question after this
look,
list. You have
this
Downey's
is-
Green Cars, June 22nd.
Do you want to try that again without an N? Dreen cars?
Downey's Dream Cars.
That's
Right, that's your name. Robert Downey.
That's right.
Dream
Gerald.
Cars. June 22nd on Discovery Plus / Max. The Sympathizer, I'm so fucking pumped for. The director from Old Boy.
Yep, Park Chan-wook.
And you play 5 characters.
Well, 4 with a bonus.
Okay,
You have 5
that's
different
fine.
wigs and 3 characters.
I play a lot of motherfuckers.
Many of them are displayed in the teaser. I'm so fucking excited. It looks tremendous, that show.
It is the best representation of what happened encapsulated in a sizzle reel since the first Iron Man.
Yeah, it's a tremendous teaser. And of course, I've been driving you nuts for 3 years because American Prometheus is one of my favorite books, and you're in fucking Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
God damn it, is that fantastic. Killian, we interviewed him. Love him. What a great guy. Killian Murphy.
He is so beyond exceptional. And also, you know what's really trippy? There used to be a show on TV called like Man Moment Machine about when the right individual at a point in history came up with the right discovery. And I could say the same thing about Cillian Murphy, and that he was perfectly disposed to have the relationship with Chris Nolan, to have this opportunity come up, and to have the wherewithal, the gift, and the intestinal fortitude to survive making it. We've been on some tough projects. I have never seen anyone have a bigger lift in the history of my career
Whoa.
Really?
than Cillian Murphy playing Oppenheimer.
Whoa.
And I would say that having played Chaplin, having been on sets where other people...
You put it up against my lawyer? My turn as a lawyer?
What was his name? Do you remember?
I don't.
It was like Buddy or something like
It was
that.
something
There was like
disarming.
yeah.
By the way, folks should watch that just to see, it starts off, he's not a great lawyer.
No. He's got a
But
good
the
heart.
truth be told is, he's not a bad lawyer. He just has a queasy stomach.
He has a very queasy stomach.
He's a bit yucky.
And to say that I was a little nervous starting that movie with the cast and then finding out that the very first day of filming and the very first scene and the very first side of the scene we'll shoot is a 2.5-page monologue by me to you and Duvall.
And by the way, though, dude, it was that day that I realized, and this is why I'm telling you, you weren't going for a laugh. Your character was fleshed out. The character was not dissimilar from you, but it was definitely created. You had references for the character. And I think that's the best way to come in. Do it in front of the things and the people you admire most and show that I'm either throwing in the pocket or I shouldn't be on this team. And by the end of that first day, Duvall, he's still on the fence about everybody. He's like, oh, yeah.
As you said, he ended up liking me. And he said, I'm not fucking doing that scene again. His kid was great in it.
Aw, that's great.
Because we had, I can't remember why,
kid.
we had to redo that scene. But he's like, I'm not doing that. Kid was great. You see this son of a
I love that you're,
Danny Wilder Film School 101.
by the way, what's amazing is that your Duvall sounds slightly like a madman on a subway, too.
It doesn't sound anything like Duvall, but
Yeah,
if
by
you've
the
been
way-
around with Duvall, it does sound like him.
Your approximator is on point.
Okay, so, and then of course, as we talked about, and I'm going to be doing all the blocking for it, Vertigo is forthcoming.
Yeah.
Which seems impossible. Perry Mason, you're a producer on season 2. We had Matthew Reese on to promote it. What a dude. Talk about rhythm.
Love
that motherfucker's got
him.
rhythm.
He's got it all. That guy's feet are on the ground.
Yeah. He's the only person I've ever met from Wales, but I then decided that's his Welshness. Everyone there is probably the greatest. I reverse engineered based on that.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not done, guys.
No.
Sweet Tooth on Netflix,
Oh,
season 2. You produced that.
Yeah.
And people don't know this. You produced this show.
Yeah.
This is a Downey production.
By the way,
Right.
I didn't even know it.
I'm not shocked with this much shit. How could you possibly know?
Let's give credit where credit is due. I make faces for Cash and Chicken. My wife produces actual projects. Now, I could say that I was a producer on Downey's Dream Cars or on Senior. I could say that with Perry Mason, but really, all these things come down to people who know how to get things done.
Susan being one of those. Yeah.
Susan being all of those, and Amanda, who runs Team Downey with her at my behest. I think it's another really important thing is titles are cheap, but I think knowing just because you can get a credit for doing something, you shouldn't convince yourself that that is actually a skill set you have.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
a lot of producers in Hollywood. You see a lot of names on those movies.
Trevor's a real producer.
I can tell. Yeah, clearly.
He has a passing interest in it. He's more of a writer-director. By the way, I'd like to think I'm a writer-director, but
Well,
I have to
that
write and
is a-
direct some.
Okay, so here we are. This is my last question. I just read all those things. And here's where I'm going to suggest that I have gone through a similar experience that I think you've gone through. And in fact, while going through it, I realized how stupid it was I never called you for advice. The amount of economic insecurity I have and what a fucking defect that is and how much of my behavior that has driven is preposterous. And so for me, it was just like, well, the goal is to make a shitload of money. That's it. That's what we're here to do. And then through so much luck, I got to do that. And you did too. And it's a very weird experience. It's much different than I predicted. But what I quickly found out was I started doing all this stuff that I always wanted to do and buying these things I always wanted to buy. And then I just started feeling and sensing slowly everything's becoming valueless. But on the other side of that was a weird commitment to this show that was like, oh, we already got the bells and whistles. We already got the crazy contract. So now what's it about? That's curious. It's always been about this one thing. Back to the drawing board. And ultimately I landed on, we had this episode with Anna Kendrick and it ended and I went, oh my God, that's what this is about. This is fucking insane. And I get to do this. And now I'm starving again because I refigured out stupidly what it's about. Obviously, you're 10 years ahead of me on this path, but clearly you've come to the same thing, right? Which is like, why are we doing it? And why are we doing it?
Harrison Ford said it best, money's important until you have it.
That's clever. I
That's
haven't heard
a
that.
smart, concise way to put it. I'm not a smart, concise person. So mine is more this really weird kind of deep dive into what is life doing and why did I wind up here? And why would I have set myself up to be disappointed by something that's illusory to begin with? So the real thing is not what am I avoiding and where's my inner work? That's part of it. But part of it is also how can I simplify things just down to the point where I really only feel good when. And so what you're talking about with that moment with the glorious Anna Kendrick, by the way, it always happens in relation and usually in an unexpected way, though it should be completely expectable with experiences with people other than ourselves. So I think moving forward, particularly after the senior thing, I was like, oh, I'm supposed to step out of the shadow. Now I'm supposed to be a writer, director, and go, you know what, dude? You're stepping into another resentments under construction due to your expectations of what something is supposed to mean. Let's go back to the drawing board is, as usual, I don't know fuck all.
All right, let's start
But-
with the facts. I'm a dumb motherfucker. Chad,
Oh, God.
you know Becky?
If ifs was gifts, every day'd be Christmas.
Ew, I've never heard that.
I think the smartest thing I can keep reminding myself of is the best thing that's happened to me in clarity and recovery is I have surrounded myself with a healthier group of people and minds, and certain things are out of the question. And then you get in this rarefied air of where you get to, on occasion, be at the bleeding edge of culture, and you go, well, what does that matter unless I use that access to get more of the same? Because it was only in having those peak moments where I felt like, okay, now I understand what my purpose is, not to chase it and not to be a moment junkie.
You kind of want to honor the gift you were given now. Like the Footprint Coalition, you're like, okay, I got this crazy fucking gift. Now, how do I honor that?
Yes. I also tend to discount and minimize everything, which is also part of the journey. But there's this thing called the Tao of leadership. And the person who's lived it most closely to anyone I've ever encountered is Guy Ritchie. Very specific directing style, very not trying to control. But anyway, it came down to this. In some ways, by doing nothing, everything is accomplished. And also, by helping others, all of our goals are met. Those are so counterintuitive, just those two things.
Yeah.
Because first of
one
all,
scares the shit out of me.
I need to do something, dude. And the other is others, the fuck is mine?
Yeah.
Those are my broken, neglected child screams. And then the truth is the antidote to both of them.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm making a commitment that I'm going to ask for your advice more. I can only do it in public. Just like your documentary with your dad. I can only do the right thing if I know I'm being recorded.
I am hell-bent on finding something to direct you in. A, because it would be so funny stopping productions so you and I could wrestle. Or at this point, rather, I would just pox out and give you a chin check and all your fucking testosterone would be of no benefit.
You're not going to use all your tools, though, because you got to keep me camera ready. That's an upper hand I have. You
God,
can't be
you're
doing the
right.
fucking eye gouges if I got a big scene next.
There's going to be locks and socks, brother.
we don't know the character. Maybe it will require
Oh, maybe it'll,
some-
set it in the MMA world.
Just
This all works.
strange continuity of bruising and healing.
I thought he broke his nose in that fight. I didn't realize I popped out. I love you, Robert. I moved out here from Michigan, and there's been a handful of really delightful things that came from that. And meeting you, the guy I dreamed about my whole life, fully lived up to everything I would hope. And I just feel very blessed.
I don't even know how to let that in. We'll talk about that
Some
OC,
other
when I'm
time.
playing you those weird videos.
Okay, great. That's a perfect time for it.
Monica,
Prime the
I've been
pump.
dreaming about you just since last night, but I expect
Wow.
to continue.
I appreciate that.
Rob, I'm lactose intolerant.
You're going to get a call from my wife?
Yep. Trev, our fourth table leg here today. Thank you, Mr. Newhoff.
Thanks, Trevor. Great job on Downey's Dream Cars. For real.
For real.
Yeah, I fucked that up. Sorry, Downey's
Downey.
dream Cars.
Oh, Donnie, this guy's out of great neck.
Thanks for coming
I
in.
love you.
Yes.
I love you. I love you. I love you. I hope to
What a
be
delight.
85 and 95 wrestling somewhere one day. Bones
yeah.
snapping like fucking pencils.
Artificial limbs.
Robo limbs. Do you hear Chad got robo limbs? Yeah, Becky thinks they're hot. Stay tuned for the fact check so you can hear all the facts that were wrong. Cake by the
Pound.
pound.
Yeah.
Your computer's cutting off pound.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt that says cake by the pound.
But from here, I just see cake by the.
Ocean is what you
It's
expect.
naturally what I would expect.
Yeah. It's by the pound, and I think it means ass.
What?
Yeah.
Cheeks or asshole or?
Like all of it, like big ass.
Ooh, cake by the pound.
I wish, I wish I had a big ass.
Sure. Well, we all do.
yeah.
Who are you talking to?
Exactly.
All I do is focus on my butt cheeks when I work out.
I know. Me too. If I'm doing anything with weights, it's about the butt.
Punish the butt.
It's apparently a Beyonce thing.
Right.
Slang
And
term for
isn't it
butts.
ass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So,
Well, wait. Cake is the slang for it, or
Cake by the pound.
yeah, is about.
is the whole thing
Right.
is juicy ass
Yeah.
cheeks?
And
And
also, I love cake.
Yeah, it's a double
I love it
entendre.
by the pound. Yeah.
Yes, preferably by
Even
the
though
pound.
I'm not supposed to eat it by the pound anymore.
Well, we don't know that yet because you haven't had your follow-up triglyceride.
In fact, I have another insane sim.
Oh my God.
There's so many glitches. Eric is right.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many. So much so that I got kind of panicked the other day.
You did.
I did.
You
I
actually got fearful.
I did. I slipped into a 10-minute and I pulled myself out, but a 10-minute while I was laying in bed feeling that this really isn't real. My
And
life is really not
it's
real. I
fake.
started to really get,
Nervous.
yeah,
Oh boy.
I know. But let me tell you about this, okay?
Okay.
So, what we're not allowed to talk about, but I'm gonna because it's important for the sim.
Okay.
We recorded yesterday.
Oh no.
Oh no. Here we go.
You guys hate this so much, but it's really important, okay? Because I spent all day basically talking about my high cholesterol, my
Triglycerol,
triglycerides,
yeah.
all this stuff. I told you about it. We recorded it. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
And remember, I was going to be sober, kind of. Not sober, just lessen my alcohol.
Right. I can't remember the goal we set for you, but were we going to have it? Or?
Well, the problem is we never really set the goal because the goal was to lessen, but then it was to be normal so that we could test my normal.
And I actually agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should keep everything as
As
it
is-
had been going.
Yes, except it's hard to do that. It's hard to not affect your behavior knowing. So what happened is I had a dinner plan last night with Elizabeth and Andy. Nobody's Listening, right? Podcast, my favorite podcast.
Yes.
I had a dinner
Round
plan
two.
with them. Round 3. We've had 3 dinners.
At Houston's? Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's your regs now.
So we had dinner plan, but Elizabeth also isn't drinking right now because of a health thing.
Okay.
So I thought, well, Elizabeth's not drinking, so I'm not going to drink. We normally do.
Yes.
But I'm not going to because she's not. So great. So I know I won't be drinking tonight
At Houston's.
at Houston's.
Yep.
Liz and I,
Who you recorded with.
we recorded. That's a fun upcoming.
Yes. Easter egg.
We're recording fun stuff for the future.
Yes.
It was really fun. So we recorded, and then after we recorded, we walked home. I was walking home, and she walked with me.
Mm-hmm.
And she decided to skip walking to her house and walk to the Starbucks to do work. So she was walking the whole way with me.
Yeah.
We were chatting. We were in our, we were in our zone, which we get into.
Yeah. You were synced.
We were synced.
Ooh.
You didn't make that much of a meal out of it. It would have been a fun Easter egg if I just said.
You have to
Okay, you have to really shine a spotlight on the
Yeah.
Easter eggs.
So we're walking and we pass all time. And I see, she looks over and she's mid talking, and I see her like starting to sort of slow down, but she's still talking and we're walking. And all of a sudden she said, "Do you want to get a glass of wine?"
Oh, yeah, because you both had been talking about that. Neither of you were gonna
She's
drink.
also not drinking.
Yes, everyone's not drinking at the bar drinking.
A good enabler.
So, well, no. And see, she had already accused me of being an enabler earlier that day in front of you. She
Yes,
said, I
witnessed
drink
that.
when I'm with her or something.
Yeah.
And I said, well, no. Or,
Oh,
yeah.
did you?
I said, no. Anyway, I, of course, saw all time and, of course, thought, fuck, we should just get one glass.
Yeah.
But I kept it to myself. I didn't say it because I didn't want to be an enabler.
Okay.
But she said it.
Okay.
And then when she said it, I said, yes.
Yeah, that's why we're friends with, that's why you're friends with Jess. And
Well, I'm friends with you. You're my
I know.
best friend.
I know. And all three of us drag you into situations that you wouldn't normally otherwise be in. So that's what you kind of like.
No. I think you drag me into situations I want to be in.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah. But you're not like.
none of it's,
Wow.
I just don't want to overemphasize the badness.
I'm.
Not from you, me.
Okay. I'm just pointing out, you're like a German. You're attracted to the fire a little bit.
Which is so not like me, though.
I know, but it's because you've been playing it by the rules, and then these weird unicorns pop up, and it's like, oh, they're breaking all the rules. It seems like.
Well, no, I'm not breaking all the
Not
rules.
you.
Oh, the Germans?
Jess is breaking all the rules.
Not as much anymore. Really, not as much. And he has to say no to me a lot.
He does.
Yeah, he says no to me a lot.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes I have to use tokens. We have a token system.
Okay, but originally you did love that anytime you'd call Jess and say, let's get drinks,
Mm-hmm.
he was there.
I think that makes it sound like I'm using people for alcohol. It's not true. There's a few people that I really like getting drinks with because we have tons of fun when we do it. It's
Yes.
not like if Jess says no, I'm now to the next person to see who will get drinks with me, or then the next, or the next. It's not like I just need because I can also just drink wine in my house,
Yeah.
and I will.
But you have a stable.
I have two people that I love to get drinks with,
Who?
Anna and Jess.
Oh, okay. Not Liz.
Oh, well, Liz, yes, but she sometimes doesn't drink.
Right.
But then her and I will do other things like pedicures or
freeze your eggs together.
yeah.
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 Do a talk show together.
Walks, but not hikes.
Yeah.
Anywho, I'm getting way off track. Okay,
Okay.
so
You guys pulled in.
we did. We went in but we said, well, one glass.
Mm-hmm.
We can limit it to one glass.
Yeah.
So we sit down. There's cute, it's so cute, little patio out there.
Mm.
And the sun had just come out.
Oh,
Oh
sure.
my God.
Letting you know that you're in the right place.
Exactly.
Yep. The universe is winking
It's been
at you.
so gloomy.
But it winked at you when you walked in for that wine.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got one glass and we were drinking it. And then some patrons did come in. One girl, Jessica, woman, who I know came in and she said, "Hey, Monica." And I hadn't seen her in a while. And I said, "Hi, how are you?" And she said, "I have high cholesterol." And I just laughed and I said, "Oh, you're joking." Like,
Oh, in your mind, it somehow already aired?
no. So, okay. So this other woman,
Girly woman. This little baby girly woman.
Francesca. Francesca had a friend I already know, had come over and I'd already told her about my cholesterol and triglycerides.
Oh, wow. How well do you know her?
Pretty well.
Okay.
Well enough to talk about it.
Okay.
So then she went and sat down and Jessica was meeting her.
Okay. So you assume she had filled in.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So I laughed and I said, "You heard about that?" And she was like, "What?" And I said, wait, are you kidding? And she was like, no. It was all very confusing. Turns out she had just found out she had high cholesterol.
Same doctor?
No.
Yeah, maybe this doctor's
Yeah,
machine
he's
is
got
I
broken.
know, but then
Either
I
a
did
machine's
wonder,
broken or he's like, he's got some side deal with some
well,
cholesterol company?
I was
statin.
like, Cedar, like what's going on?
Mm.
So that was just a crazy sim.
Mm-hmm.
Liz and I finish our one glass. We do good. We stick to the one glass. Of course, I wanted more, but I didn't get more.
Good job.
I get ready. I go to meet Elizabeth and Andy for dinner,
Mm-hmm.
knowing I'm not going to have any alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
And then, we sit. The server comes up and says, do you guys want drinks other than water? And I looked at Elizabeth and I said, you're not drinking, right? And she said,
Oh.
she said, I think I'm going to drink.
Uh-huh.
And then I was like, yeah, we're going to have drinks other than water. I immediately caved. But I said, okay, but just one. And she was also saying to Andy, like, I'm just going to have one. And so we all ordered one drink. I told them, I also was maybe not going to drink because I have high cholesterol. And she said, I have high cholesterol. I just found out.
Wait. Is she going to Cedars?
Yes.
And the previous girl went to
I
Cedars?
don't know about Jessica.
We got to find out.
I know because maybe there's a lab thing.
That would be crazy.
I know.
Elizabeth Holmes. Remember they're giving out bad lab results.
Yeah. But none of them were as bad as mine.
Because you guys all compared numbers
Yeah.
at that point.
Yes.
And you were the leader.
None of them had
You're on the
triglyceride
leaderboard.
issues. Only me.
Okay.
Well,
And-
you're just slightly higher.
Mine was
but it's all-
600.
Well, I know, but if the machine's all fucked up, it's not credible.
3 in one day.
That's pretty wild.
I know.
Did you all go to the doctor at the same time?
No, but around. Like when we were comparing days, it was all around the same
But don't you
time.
think if like the 7th person they're calling to say we're worried about your triglycerides, they might go, wow, this is inordinately high.
I know.
99% of the people who we've tested recently have high cholesterol.
Well, do you think maybe that's why my doctor said we need to redo it?
yeah,
As
maybe.
opposed to panicking, maybe he thought, we've had a lot
Yeah,
of these. Maybe
yeah.
she should just redo it.
Yes. What are we waiting for? What, let's get in there today.
No, because I want to clean out.
You do?
Let me go to another lab.
Did you just fart?
Nope.
Oh.
That was just my lazy boy making a weird noise.
I actually didn't hear a noise. I just,
Oh, well, it
I
also.
just saw your body move in a way that looked like you released a fart.
Well, what's weird is I just had moved and then it made a noise on my chair that sounded like this.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
all
there's
that happened.
Something broken.
Yeah.
You might need a new chair because
You got to get a third lazy boy in this small space. What if there are rows of lazy boys like a movie theater
Oh
and
my
the guests
God.
didn't know and we all faced forward for some reason?
and we're just in the back, or we're in the
On
back
the way back.
row.
Yes,
Yeah.
You
throwing
put a
shit at them.
screen or something on the back of them and in the front.
Oh my God.
Come to our wacky world of lazy boys.
So there might be a big glitch either in the sim or in the system.
Maybe you'll be a
Cedar
part of a
system.
class action lawsuit
Oh my
against the new
God.
place that you love. This is probably why they didn't open up their shop on the east side because everyone's cholesterol is so bad.
I would love to be a part of a class action lawsuit. Have that house paid for by that.
Problem with class action is you're always splitting it with so many people.
I know,
That's
but
the
this
point
is
of the
so
class action.
big that
scandal.
we all get 8 million.
Oh wow! That is a whopper.
Yeah, I know.
I've had some friends with some like medical equipment that failed in their body, and he didn't get 8 million.
Okay, but he didn't know how to do a lawsuit good.
He didn't do a class action.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably
That's his
that
fault.
probably makes the difference.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's the update. It's everywhere. It's out there. Liz has decided to call it high cholesterol summer.
Oh,
It's like a cool girl.
yeah,
thing.
like a sexy thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Like-
you guys all maybe eat something that, like,
Is there a popular
Poppy
new
seeds?
treat in the
Right. Or it's in the air. It's airborne.
airborne cholesterol condition?
I don't know, but I ate a baked potato, even though I was not sure I should do that.
At Husties? Yes. What did you get at Husties?
baked potato and the
That's
kale,
it?
and the kale salad.
And wine.
And one glass.
And a goblet of wine.
Bottle of wine.
Okay, here's the other thing. Last time, 2 times ago, I went to the doctor when I saw my gyno, my new gyno, also on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
She asked me about my drinking, and I said, I drink a lot. I was very clear with her.
Yeah.
She said, okay, how much? And I said, a lot. And
That probably scared her.
no, she said, okay. And I said, like, every day.
Mhm.
And that was being really honest. I've never been that honest.
I'm proud of you.
And she said, how much at a time?
Right.
And I said, well, normally like 2 glasses, sometimes 3, but normally 2, which is correct.
Mhm.
And she said, that's actually fine.
Oh, great.
She said, for women,
Girls.
yeah.
This is a gynecologist telling you this, not your like general
Yeah,
practitioner.
but she had to go to general medicine before she specialized. And she said for women, it's more about the amount at a time.
Like binge drinking's the
Big problem.
problem.
So she said 2 is actually fine.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So then I was like, I'm doing great. And
Yeah.
then, but maybe she didn't, well, not maybe. She definitely didn't know about my 600.
Clearly not. Are you on Majourno?
Ozempic,
No,
as I was just
but-
thinking.
No, but I was thinking
After all that.
they might put me on it.
Oh, you have to be very honest. You haven't to start a podcast about being on it.
Oh, I'm 100% telling everyone if they make me get on. And I'm going to tell them
should
I
get a
don't want to get
sweater.
on it, but they might make me.
They get
I
on
don't
it.
want to get on it. I'll be like 90 pounds.
Yuck.
I don't want to say yuck because that is shamey for
Okay.
people. But I don't think I'm supposed to look like I have 90 pounds.
No.
But if I was on that,
You could go down to 90, you think?
I used to be 90.
What age?
High school.
High flyer days?
Yeah, high flyer days. Well,
Maybe
at
if
90
you-
is a little low. Maybe I was like 92, but I was
If you do go on Ozempic
Mm-hmm.
/Majourno
a YMB or whatever.
A1C, maybe pick up high flying again. Make use
No,
of the new lightweight.
I don't think
You don't have mentally
my
what it takes.
flexibility is up to par.
Or your fear level.
Definitely not my fear level.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ozempic helps with your flexibility. I haven't heard
It probably
that.
does. Like Aaron, every single problem in Aaron's life has been cured by Majourno.
No, that's not.
That's true.
No, it's not.
Oh, here's the thing it cured. He sent me a picture of his leg the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, Dad, can you even believe this? He hasn't had hair on his legs for 10 years. No hair.
Okay.
It all fell out.
Okay.
And he just assumed it was gone. It has all grown back. Because his
What?
circulation's way better now. And he's lighter.
Oh.
And he's like, Dad, look, my fucking hair
That's
grew back.
weird.
And then I asked him, how many IQ points have you gone up? So now we have this long running thing about all the things it's fixed.
Yeah.
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 His dad came back.
His dad's alive.
Oh my God.
He's not an addict. He graduated magna cum laude from U of M.
Yeah. It's funny because you brought up Magna the other day to a upcoming guest Easter egg. And I kept it to myself, but since you just brought it up again,
Yeah.
it's just I just wanted to say I'm Suma.
Oh, congratulations. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Because you say Magna as if it's like the top.
No, I know it's the middle rung
Okay.
of the 3. But
What's the third one again?
just cum laude.
Oh yeah.
But it's weird you don't know that as a summa cum laude. But I guess it's
I
because where you
don't-
graduated.
No, it's
Probably.
because I don't really.
I can't even imagine what title I would have got if I went to
Contend
Georgia.
Yeah, we should have seen. We
Yeah.
should have
What's
seen.
a 4.4? What is that? Platinum cum laude?
4.4.
Yeah, I would have got a 4.4 if I went to
Oh,
Georgia.
you're so arrogant. Ugh.
It's not even true. Even if I thought Georgia was a worse school, which I don't think that. If it were worse, I would have done worse because I did. When it got harder, I did better, and when it was easier, I did worse.
And I'm just gonna be real about both of our degrees.
Okay.
If I'm talking to someone who studied OChem,
Okay. Organic chemistry.
that's right.
Yeah.
I call it OChem.
Okay, great. I think it's only one class though.
Yeah, or chemistry, but then OChem is in that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then also my friend had to take it for even PT.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing those things, I think the school matters. Like as far as how hard it is, and engineering and stuff.
Yeah, I see your point, but I will say half of my anthro stuff was physical anthropology, which is bones, skeletal system, biology. It was so
Yeah.
much biology.
Yeah.
I haven't taken organic chemistry, so I can't really compare how hard physical anthro is to organic
I
chemistry.
just know for social sciences, my brain is very adept for that.
Uh-huh.
It is not for
OChem.
OChem.
Uh-huh.
So if I was studying something where I had to take all of those classes, 100% I would not have graduated SUMA.
Right. Right. And OChem sounds like Ole Miss, Roll Tide.
None of what you just said went together at all.
I know what it felt like it did in my mind.
Yeah, we'd have to major in the same thing to know, but I do think that we didn't major in so opposite of things that we don't know. Also, I feel like you probably didn't really care. You just wanted to do well to learn.
That's true.
And I wanted
was
to do
there
well
with-
to do well.
Right.
So that's worse. Mine's worse, obviously. Like it's much better to go and want to learn and do well to
Well, I
learn.
knew I was never going to use my degree in any field. Like most people were there because that was the career path they were
Yeah.
starting with, whatever degree they thought would land them there. And I was in a weird situation where I was like, I knew I wasn't going to take acting, so, and that's all I was going to do.
Well, why
So
weren't you going to take acting then?
I thought for me that would be a bullshit degree. I didn't think I
But-
wanted my mom to
But that
spend the
makes no
money.
sense if that's going to be your job. That's not bullshit. It's exactly how to learn how to do your job. But you didn't know that was going to be your job then? Or you
No,
did?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't think I needed to learn how to do it at UCLA. I wanted to take those years and learn about a lot of stuff I didn't know about.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
And I'd argue there's a lot less to know about acting than there is about the total history of man on planet Earth. I don't even know that I believe in acting school entirely on its own. I've worked with people that did both, and I haven't seen some crazy pattern that's undeniable that if you've been trained, you're this good, and if you haven't been trained, you're this good.
Yeah, I think it depends.
Some of our favorite actors have never taken an acting class,
Yeah.
you know? So because of that, it's not like some of our favorite biologists didn't go to school, or or even half of our engineers didn't
exactly.
go to engineering school.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a little relevant, that fact.
Yeah.
That some of the best in the world didn't study Meisner.
For sure.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you're interested in this field and that is what you want to do ultimately with your life.
But I was interested in writing and performing.
Right.
And not studying.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know?
Yeah. You could have double majored like I did.
Well, and I took all these film history classes as my electives at the end, and I thought, I would have really loved this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anywho, now this is for, it's all relevant. Film.
I don't even know who this is.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh my God, Bob DJ.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Oh, bitty boy. So fun. Question for you observing me.
Yeah.
I'm such a fan.
Yeah.
That's very obvious, right? When I talk to him.
I mean, yes, you say it.
Is there a dynamic that you observed that felt at all different or unique or anything?
The dynamic is different a little in that you obviously have reverence for him.
Yes.
But it's a different kind than, let's say, Letterman,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
who
true.
you also have reverence for.
I'm aware of how much I cherish him,
Yeah.
which is an interesting feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
it definitely has a thing that maybe feels a little different, but not in a bad way, I don't think.
Ashton has it over me as well. Like no matter
You do
how
that with Ashton.
like no matter how close I get to Ashton, he will always be this unicorn that arrived in my life and gave me the thing I wanted. Like that'll never go away. Even though we're peers and we're equals, there is always a part of me that he was the man on horseback that arrived and pulled me out of my 9 years of trying and set me somewhere where I was able to now. So his position is will always be very elevated in my mind, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think it definitely makes sense. I guess I'm proud of you that you don't feel like threatened by that, I guess. I would expect maybe you to feel like you don't like that. You don't like an imbalance like that. But so I guess I'm proud of you that you do. And I disagree. I don't think you should have. I think you should, of course, love Ashton and have a relationship with him, the friendship, an equal friendship.
Which we have.
Right.
Yeah.
You can be grateful, of course, that he gave you this opportunity. But to like place him above you, I don't think you should.
Well, this is what I mean. Like, if either of us ever fell over the side of a cruise ship and we were out there for 10 hours.
Me and you, or you and Ashton?
You and I.
Oh, okay.
You or I.
Okay.
We're treading water for 10 hours. We're getting cold.
Oh my God.
It's
Titanic.
We're dying.
Oh.
And a boat shows up, and that life raft that gets thrown at you, when you see that, that is the most grateful you'll have been to something in your life almost.
Yeah.
Is that life raft that was thrown at you. And so will always be that life raft that was thrown to me.
It's
you
nice.
know? Yeah.
I think that's beautiful. I think you were talented and it was going to happen. And he was the one to give
I
you
don't know,
I know.
Monica.
Well, that's fine. We can disagree.
Yeah.
But I believe that. I don't place that analogy. I don't think. I think it would have been somebody else's boat soon after.
But it did help that the status in equity was enormous. You know, he's also the first ultra famous person that I was friends with.
Yeah.
And the first glimpse into the whole thing, the first time at a set because he invited me.
But that's what's funny to me because that's Kristen for me.
Right.
But I don't have that with her. She's a very real person to me. And because of that, I'm not ever looking at her like, you have all this status, or I just see her as this person I love, this friend.
Sure.
And the other stuff fades out once you really know someone. For me.
Yeah, so I have space for both things. It's like, you've seen me around Ashton. It's not like I'm tiptoeing around and I ask him if I can refill his drink. There's like no status inequity when we're nor was there from the beginning. He treated me like, oh my God, you're so talented.
Yeah.
I can't believe you haven't been on this shit. You're going to save my show. It's not like he was ever,
wasn't doing
run
it.
to the car and get my bags.
No, I know. Yeah.
But the experience was so heightened and elevated and felt like I was in a movie, that this person would be focused on me and taking me around town and taking me to basketball games and taking me to his agent and saying, you got to represent this guy. Like, that all felt like Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
Like, this dude just blew into my life and he just took me with him. And so no matter how equal we are, I can hold on to both. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I can still see this like miracle arriving in my life.
Of course. I think that.
And it's like he had wings on his back or something. You know, he had it.
Well, that's, I guess, yeah. There are pieces I totally agree with and relate to. And then I think you take it to a degree that I don't. Like,
right, sure.
There's definitely, of course, he's going to always hold a very special place.
And I can remember how I saw him. Just because I now see him different, I still have very clear memories of how I saw him. It's kind of like I remember meeting Carrie at a party and being completely knocked on the ground.
Yeah.
Now, I have 5.5 years of memory of just dating and being normal, but I will always remember seeing her at that party in her green felt pants, going to school on Monday, finding out what class she was in, going into her class in the dead middle of the class and handing her a piece of paper and said, your boyfriend's number is 685, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That part
sweet.
will always
really sweet.
be exactly what it was, even though it got normal.
Can I say something that might be, I hope it's not offensive.
Okay.
Because I really, really don't mean it. I think this is the beautiful part of an addict.
Oh.
I think it's the heightened. Everything is heightened.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know.
But I think it's a great thing. I don't want to misconstrue it as like, oh, that's just your addict behavior. I think that's why addicts are wonderful because the world is really sparkly.
Oh, it's explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's incredible.
And
that,
you can catch, like, you can hold on to
There's
a comment
magic.
sometimes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
so I think it's that. Like you're able to kind of connect into those original
Yeah, I
magic
wonder if
moments.
that's even part of what goes on physiological with an addict, which is like the memory gets so cemented in my mind, like crystal clear,
Yes.
that you will chase that memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if it does get imprinted differently on an addict's brain. I'll have to ask Carrie if when she saw me. Bree as well, saw her at this party with Nate and was like, what is happening here?
Yeah. Like if I'm looking back on memories like that, I remember
Like a list. This happened, that
Exactly.
happened, this happened.
I remember and I remember the feeling, but it's not the same. My body doesn't go through the chemicals again. It just remembers like, oh, that felt so good, or oh, like I was so tingly, but I'm not back there.
Right.
And I think you kind of go back there.
I think so.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Teleport. That's what they finally figured out about addicts is they can
Oh
teleport.
my, I'm so jealous. I'll bet become an addict just for
Well,
that.
you're on your way. I'm teasing as a callback from our earlier conversation.
Maybe I am. I don't know.
It's a spectrum,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Facts.
Facts.
So you said, quote, it's horse milk the way the Mongolians used to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's called kumis.
Horse milk?
Kumis is a fermented dairy product traditionally made from mare milk or donkey milk. The drink
donkey
remains
milk.
important to the peoples of the Central Asian steppes of,
STEPPE?
yeah.
Yeah. Steps?
Is it steppes?
I think so.
Okay. Of Turkic and Mongol origin.
Yeah. Well, Genghis Khan was up in Mongolia on the steppes of the mountainside. That all rings out. But what made them so fierce as warriors is they were traveling with all their sources of everything. So they didn't have to have a supply line. They lived off the horses they rode. And their diet was almost no carbohydrates. The big part of that Genghis Khan book, which is so phenomenal, is their physical fitness versus their opponents who ate just rice. And they were like all hopped up on donkey milk and horse meat.
Wow.
Yeah, they had like a crazy high protein diet.
wonder
And they
if-
were thin and had good energy use.
No triglycerides.
Well, they probably did have some with all that donkey milk.
Yeah.
I just added donkey milk because you just
Oils
said it. Gums.
Yeah, oils and gums.
Donkey gum.
My phone rang in the middle. We couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
You couldn't really hear the ring. You just hear him say, "Do you need to get that?"
I think it just buzzed.
And maybe it just
It was
buzzed.
a buzz. Yeah.
And I said it was the vice president, and it wasn't. So I have to be clear that it wasn't,
Although it could have been.
but it could have been. I was sort of awaiting a call from the vice president.
Yeah. Sounds like a bit, but it's not.
It's not. Okay, you said you were Robert Duvall's lawyer in the movie.
Yep.
But I thought he was Robert Duvall. I thought Robert Duvall, I'm confused.
We were on a legal team.
You were also.
They first came and got me as a lawyer,
Right.
as I recall. I haven't seen it in 10 years, but yeah, they came and got me. I was the town
Right.
lawyer.
You were. Yeah.
And then once Downey, who is a great lawyer from Chicago,
Yeah.
saw what a bad job I was doing, he got involved.
Okay, so you were on the same team. That makes sense.
So I sat at a table all day long in the movie for
Right.
months with Downey and Duvall.
That's
And then the
right.
next table over was Billy Bob.
It's a great movie. And your character's name is C.P. Kennedy.
No idea. We just interviewed somebody, and this person we just interviewed knew the name of all their characters they've ever played over the last 30 years. They've done way more movies. I that's like the first time I'm hearing that name, C.P.
I
Kennedy.
thought it was like Buddy or something,
Me too.
but it was C.P. Kennedy.
Huh. I wonder if they gave me a different nickname on the day.
Maybe.
C.P. Kennedy.
Yeah.
What does the C and the P stand for?
Well, I tried to look, but
It's all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, the guy who wrote that script wrote Ozark.
Oh, cool.
That was his next project, was Ozark.
Cool.
Dubecki?
Bill Dubecki.
Yeah, Bill Dubecki. Great behind the scenes story. Bill Dubecki was a headhunter in Kansas or something, older,
Oh, wow.
had been trying to write for years. Somehow Dobkin got sent a script by him. He happened to read it. He had done all these rewrites and the judge couldn't get it there, decided last ditch effort, I'm going to hire this guy who I got a script from Kansas to do this on the cheap.
Whoa.
And he turned in the judge, which got all these great
How
actors attached to it. And then
cool.
I think he's done a million things since. Yeah, it's a pretty
that's
great story.
awesome. How long was Robert's sentence? 3 years.
Ooh. How
But
much
he
did he
didn't,
serve?
He didn't
A year?
serve 3 years, but that was his sentence.
Oh, God.
Because he said he was over sentenced,
Yes.
which I would agree.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen today. We don't tend to criminalize addiction as
as much.
gnarly.
Yeah, exactly.
Although it's hard to, he definitely said that, but you do wonder, would he have gotten sober without that horrific? It's like,
exactly.
who would know?
Well, he didn't say I shouldn't have been sentenced. He just said I was over sentenced.
He
Yeah,
served a year.
1 year. I'll never forget when because I'm a super fan. I remember when he got out, he was on the cover of this magazine. Might have been Details.
Oh, I used to love Details.
Yeah, me too.
Because Matt and Ben were on it.
Of course. And he was like jacked. He looked
'cause of
incredible.
prison.
Yes. He really worked out in prison. When he got out, he was buff.
Oh,
and I
my
was like,
God.
oh my God, Downey's buff. Buff Downey.
Oh my
This
God.
one.
Yes. I vaguely remember him American tank top, American
Got
flag
an American
tank top.
flag tattoo on his
Oh,
chest.
that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't see it from here. That makes sense.
Does he have cake by the pound?
He eats cake by the pound.
I need to get it bigger. Okay, you said that Chris Smith, who directed Senior, also directed American Home,
Yeah.
but it's actually called Home Movie.
Home movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oopsies. I'm glad you corrected that.
Yeah, well, that's my job. He has an Emmy. My eye hurts again.
Why?
Triglycerides.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're coming out your eyes?
Yeah, remember they were coming out yesterday and now again.
Oh.
Bless you.
His triglycerides are
Oh
flying
my
out too.
God. He said he has an Emmy for something, and he doesn't, but he was nominated for Ally McBeal.
Downey?
He didn't win.
Oh, he didn't win. Okay.
Okay, you said look at the top 10 movies of all time, and it's virtually all Marvel. Okay, so top lifetime grosses.
Can I guess? You know I like to do this.
Yeah, you love it to guess. Yeah, of course. Number 1.
Avatar.
Yep.
Avatar 1.
Yeah. So that's not Marvel,
Right.
but that's
The top 3 are James Cameron, I think. But second Avatar 2, yeah, is up. No. Okay. Titanic. Age of Ultron, whatever. Avengers.
Avengers Endgame
Avengers Endgame.
is 2.
Okay, so it's Avatar, Avengers Endgame, then Avatar 2?
Uh-huh. Avatar The Way of Water.
Okay, then another Avengers.
Nope.
Oh, what?
Titanic.
Okay.
I know.
Boy, so it's Cameron, Marvel, Cameron. The Avengers?
No.
Oh my God. What is it? Go ahead and read me those.
Okay.
I'm doing a bad job.
Okay, so number 1, Avatar. Number 2, Avengers Endgame. Number 3, Avatar The Way of Water. God, this just reminds me about Matt.
Oh, yeah, and how much money he lost. Yeah.
Okay. 1, Avatar. 2, Avengers Endgame. 3, Avatar The Way of Water. 4, Titanic. 5, Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. 6, Avengers Infinity War. 7, Spider-Man No Way Home. 8, Jurassic World. 9, The Lion King. 10, The Avengers.
So only 4 of the top 10 are Marvel. Or no, well, Spider-Man's Marvel.
Yes, Spider-Man.
But Downey's
is
not in it. But.
Marvel. Man, James Cameron. Holy shit.
Oh, he's a Goliath.
Oh my God.
He's very prominently featured in the Schwarzenegger documentary that just came out. That's great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's 3-parter on Netflix. It's really good.
Wow. Top Gun Maverick is number 12.
Damn. What's its total? 2.1?
1.5 billion.
Frozen 2's next.
Frozen 2 is 13.
Outrageous.
Yep. It's pretty cool. Frozen 1 is 20.
Now, you're not going to like this next part
Oh, Lord. What?
because it becomes similar to our domestic and world debate that we love to have all the time. But in
Can't
this
do
case,
again.
adjusted is relevant. Like if you go to Box Office Mojo and you do adjusted,
This is Box Office Mojo.
Yep. And you're doing a great job. But there's also an option to do adjusted. So ticket prices for Gone with the Wind were 45 cents.
Right.
I do think Gone with the Wind is up, if not above Avatar.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's the most successful movie ever. And then you'll see Titanic will tick up, I bet you, to the number 2 spot if adjused for inflation.
Oh,
Whenever they do that adjusted, the whole thing recalibrates.
I've got adjusted if you want.
What's the adjusted?
Do you want 2019 ticket price or 2023 ticket price?
Whatever.
Never mind, can't do 2023.
Okay.
So number 1 is Gone with the Wind.
Mm-hmm.
2, Star Wars.
The 77 version. The first one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Then Sound of Music.
Sound of Music.
Then E.T.
Yeah.
Titanic. 10 Commandments. Jaws. Dr. Zhivago.
Zhivago.
The Exorcist. Snow White.
Okay. Wow.
Well,
That inflation.
yeah, I'll change
That'll
things.
complicate things.
Okay. Now, you joked that he produces our show and he doesn't.
Yeah, right. Although we would sell him a stake in it for the right price.
How much? $1 billion.
For 1%.
Yeah.
Yep. Valuation of $100 billion.
Okay. I think that's pretty good.
That's all?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was a very special episode
Yeah.
for me and for you.
Yeah, for us.
Yeah. All right. I love you.
Love
Be
you.
well. Go with God. May the force be with you.
Oh, all of these things you're saying.
They're from the movies that you just listed.
Oh, Be Well?
Yeah, that's from something.
That's from Gone
That's-
with the Wind.
That's from Gone with the Wind. Yeah. And then Have a Good Day was Sound of Music.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I Love You was also from Sound of Music.
Okay, bye.
All right.